So, we have all the supports. So all the A supports, unless I somehow missed one, are either ready or done.
Sweet.
Which is great because then, oh, we're doing this one. I didn't mean to click that, but you know, we're just starting off strong with Ryoma. Whoops.
Oh, there are lots of guides on YouTube? Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Oh yeah, there's tons of guides for building a PC.
And Umbreon's, that's probably what Kita did for her first one that she got back in 2016, I think.
Oh yeah. I picked all the parts for it and then like had a service put it all together. But then this one, the one I have now, I built.
Yes, you did.
I did.
That was another thing that stressed me out because I think you were up for like 48 hours from the opening of the first box to the end of the project. I don't think you slept.
I didn't. I was supposed to stream that day with other people too, and I was like, I can't. I am falling asleep. My computer is just built. I can't stream with you yet. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we should have all the A supports now. So soon we'll be doing the S supports and then making our decisions for who we're gonna pair together. So.
No one. I still vote for no one.
Unfortunately for you, that's not how the game works.
I veto all the ships.
Well, aren't you the fun police?
Aren't you the fun police? It's all right. The veto can be overridden. It's really just symbolic.
These people shouldn't have children. I agree. There's only a few that I think are okay to procreate. Ryoma's not one of those people. Alas, this is where we are. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Lord Ryoma. What? How are you already laughing? Nothing's happened. You can't be laughing already.
No, I just thought of how Corny greets Felicia. Hello, Felicia.
No, see, this is why you can't, because then I'm going to start laughing. Okay. Wildcat, you're not helping.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I've got some more food for you. The third time's the charm.
Gods help me.
Oh, yeah, she's bad at making food. Huh? Did you say something, milord?
No, Felicia, I look forward to the meal.
Lies.
I trust
lobster.
you did not make rice balls this time.
Nope, I made sandwiches. It's a Norian custom to make sandwiches when you're going on a trip. Oh. Okay. They make for great travel food, and you can put all sorts of ingredients in them.
I see.
I made these with extra care. They should be 100% edible, I promise. So, Lord Ryoma, would you do me the honor of eating one?
Yes, of course. This one is adorable. So tiny.
Okay, Ryoma.
Hop, 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 hop. Oh!
Does it still have the toothpick in it? Milord, your face. Are you alright?
I feel I have tasted the nourishment of the very gods. This is incredible, Felicia. Thank you.
Did she buy it from Costco? Did she just, like, buy a sandwich platter?
I thought you were going to say, did she buy it from Kaze?
Well, we know that people throw food at Kaze, so it's very possible. Really? You like it?
I cannot thank you enough, Felicia. It was delectable.
Hooray! But I can't take all the credit. I only made them on your suggestion.
No, this ambrosial delight is the result of your hard work and knowledge.
Really? It makes me so happy to hear you say so, milord. If at the end he's like, this was actually garbage, I'm gonna be like, damn it, Ryoma.
As soon as she walks away.
Just projectile vomits.
The caliber of this sandwich humbles me. Nor must truly have a rich culture. I look forward to spending more time with you, Felicia.
Wow, he likes her now. She made food. What?
You know, none of my sisters are very good cooks. Would you consider joining my sister harem?
Oh, God. Then she's gonna feel like the odd one out.
I will make you my honorary sister. Perhaps you could teach me a few things about your people and their ways.
He tries to get Felicia's parents to adopt him so that it still counts.
Yes, I would love that. And you could teach me all about Hashido.
Very well. Then I expect we will be seeing quite a lot of each other. There is so much we have to learn from each other. Like how to make the sandwich. I await our meetings with great eagerness.
Me too. What, is this going to be Felicia's deal? Everyone was a dick to her, and then all of a sudden she can do things better, and then they're like, I guess you're okay. Like, you had no value before, but now you do. Sizo's Bakery, we've got buns. Lucy. Ryoma X sandwich, yeah. I ship Ryoma with a sandwich. A good sandwich. Okay, well, Corny's only one is with Felicia, and then I think she's done until we do S support, so... Yay! Get that out of the way. Gulp.
You can do it, Felicia. Just put the pot back in the cabinet. Gently. Gently. I'm not the same old Felicia I've always been. I'm super Felicia. I'm transforming into an elegant maid, like a caterpillar into a butterfly.
No! I'm gonna slip!
Huh? Why does nothing hurt? I could have sworn I slipped.
Felicia! Try to be more careful when you're on a ladder.
Lady Corny, you caught me.
I'm just glad I arrived in time. Now, Felicia, you need to pay more attention to what you're doing. No wonder you get distracted all the time, talking to yourself like that.
You heard that.
Don't worry about it too much. Let's get you back on the ground. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
So, Felicia, I might consider keeping this little incident to myself if you were to tell me something. Wow, blackmail, Corny.
Oh, and what's that?
What did you mean the other day when you said that you did look out for yourself?
Oh, that. Do I have to tell you?
Yes, I've been wondering about it ever since.
Well, okay then. I just meant that I look after myself by looking after others.
What do you mean? Corny's like, I don't understand this altruism that you speak of.
You were worried that I neglect myself by trying too hard to help out. But the thing is, that's actually the best way for me to take care of myself. Because if I didn't help others, I'd feel terrible and useless. I wouldn't be happy. I know I'm a big klutz, but I take pride in working as hard as I can to serve others.
But don't you find that exhausting?
Very much so. But it's a meaningful sort of exhaustion, and that makes it all worth it.
Felicia, you're a very inspiring person. You know that?
Oh, stop. You're making me blush.
Still, I don't want you to push yourself too hard. You can't help others very effectively if you're exhausted all the time.
I know that. Don't worry. I promise not to overwork myself.
Ha, good. Now, if only we could get you to be a bit less of a klutz.
Hey, why did you have to go and spoil a perfectly beautiful moment like that?
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But I do hope you'll always be there to help us on and off the battlefield.
Of course, milady.
Well, I mean, they can't get together, but I don't ship it. So. That was not a good A support. That was a bad A support. I agree. Azura can't. Oh no, Azura only has. Okay, Azura has nothing. I need to not look at Azura's. Let's do. I guess we can do some of Hinoka's. I have to be careful that I don't accidentally do their A+ supports. But she has a couple. I can't believe it. Another senseless death.
Are you speaking of the young soldier injured in our last battle?
Yes. He's barely hanging on. But maybe you can help. Quickly, grab your staff and get to his tent.
Sorry, it's not worth my time or effort.
How can you say that? A man's life hangs in the balance.
No, he's not long for this world. I've seen his injuries, and they are grave. Heh. We should
Wow.
just let him die in peace.
As long as he's still breathing air, he's worth saving. Now get on it.
I said it before, I'll say it again. People are meant to die.
This isn't the time for any of your lame philosophical crap. This is the time for action.
Oh, very well. If you order me to do this, I will do my very best.
I was just about to say, isn't he her retainer? Like,
Yeah.
doesn't he have to listen to her?
Yes, now get on with it.
Hinoka, girl, you need to fire him.
Well, that was a lot of work, but in the end,
He lived?
no. He died horribly, lingering on far too long with grievous wounds.
No, damn it. Well, thank you for trying.
I was just following orders. Orders that I wish I had disobeyed, to be perfectly frank. You're a kind person, but I fear that one day your kindness will be your downfall.
Azama.
I'm sorry of all the things I have said to you and will say to you in the future. I believe that may have crossed a line.
You think that crossed a line?
May you never lose your fragile innocence.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm sorry I didn't listen to your advice today.
That wasn't advice, though. Like, there's a difference between saying, like, this man is in horrible pain, and if I try to heal him, it's just going to prolong his suffering, than just being like, fuck him. Because that's pretty much what Azama said. I feel like if he went about this differently and just explained that to her, she probably wouldn't have fought him on it. But also, at the same token, it's like, if there is a chance that you could save someone's life, I feel like as a healer in this army, you probably should try. Unless the person can say don't. You know, if they can, like, say, please don't. I'll try to look past your personality and remember that you can be wise at times. Why is the lesson that he was right, though? Like, it's just... Man sucks.
Thank you. Although, honestly, I don't care if you take my advice or not. Sometimes life is more interesting when you don't.
Especially when he then says that after he's like, oh, this was so interesting that man suffered before he died. Like, fuck you, Azama. Huh. What a terrible A support. I can't put them together. Like, I don't care how good their S support can even potentially be. And we've seen some shocking S supports in comparison to the rest. Like, I can't put them together.
No.
Like, what is it gonna be? Like, hey, so if you were dying, I wouldn't heal you. Let's get married. The way you let that guy die was so hot. Like, again, I can see having a discussion about that. But I mean, ultimately, if the person is coherent enough and like able to make their wishes known, it should be up to them whether or not you know, try to save them. But it's like, that could have been a good conversation, but he's such an ass about it. Like, it takes away from the issue.
If you get injured, I won't care for you. Wow, that's so hot. Marry me.
Okay. Well, in sickness and in health, Azama, no. Yeah, there's... it just makes me go, Hinoka, why is this person a healer in your army, first of all, if they're, like, really unwilling to heal people? He seems very unwilling. But also, why is he your retainer? Like, why are you just, like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like, Zama's basically the antithesis to Libra. Ugh. That just makes it so much worse. I miss Libra. Best boy.
Libra would be ashamed by
Oh
Azama.
my gosh. Libra would be horrified, I think. Setsuna, we did it. We finally did it. Yes, milady. We made an omelet that tasted great. I can't believe it took us several days to get that recipe figured out. But with practice, we were able to do it. Even battles couldn't stop us. Even that rando guy dying couldn't stop us.
Kaze was in the kitchen with them, like seasoning the eggs without them seeing.
You were right to say that we could accomplish this together. I'm sorry I had any doubt. Lady Hinoka, there's no reason for you to apologize. I'm just happy to see you so pleased with what we've done. That's generous of you, Setsuna. But this really was all because of your willingness to keep trying. I might have given up back when we nearly burned down the kitchen. I'm glad to have helped, Lady Hinoka. I think this effort really strengthened our bond. I feel like we can accomplish anything now. I know, let's try to take on a stir-fry. Yum. I really do like stir-fry. That sounds good. I'll go gather the ingredients from the storehouse right away. Excellent. Thank you, Setsuna. No problem, milady. This really is a great omelet. No one could possibly complain about it. I bet if we master the stir-fry and combine it with this omelet, people will be lining up. I wonder what's keeping Setsuna, though. The ingredients for stir-fry aren't all that complicated. Oh no, there are mouse traps in the storehouse. Setsuna, I'm coming! I thought it was just gonna end there. Lady Hinoka, I really need your help. Setsuna, where are you? It's so dark in here. I really can't leave you alone for a moment, can I? Setsuna? Setsuna! What? That just ends there? She never finds Setsuna. Just lost forever in a mousetrap. Hey, Bigsby. Setsuna is a mood. I love her. Setsuna was never heard from again. Setsuna is now a ghost. All right. We have what, 2 left for Hinoka, and then we're done.
Give me just a second. I was making a drink and feeding the dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't she get stuck in a mousetrap before?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure she did.
But they were setting down mouse traps. Kaze, was it Setsuna who was also doing that with Kaze? I know Kaze was. Might have been the 2 of them. Putting down mouse traps. But yeah, Hinoka's almost done. I mean, at least we've already crossed off Azama as one of her potential suitors. Let's see. Well, I guess I can do this one while he's gone. Oh, it was a Boro? Yeah, fair. Oh, Felicia, there you are.
Hannah, by that chipper look on your face, I'm guessing you've solved our conundrum.
Sorry, I haven't. I've been thinking about it a ton, but I haven't settled on a simple answer.
Oh.
But you know what? I honestly don't think it's a question with a real answer.
What?
We've been trying to figure out if we're not treating our masters as retainers should. But you know what? We're retainers, so however we treat them is the right way. Oh, I don't think that's the right lesson. Lady Sakura, for example, never complains about my informality.
So, we're doing everything right? Even though other retainers behave differently?
Yes. No, Hannah. Have you seen Azama? No. Our masters are like family, friends, and comrades. We can't deny any of that. So we would be doing them a disservice to not treat them as all those things. Knowing that, I think we don't need to be self-conscious about our behavior.
You really think so?
Yes. You think that your liege is someone you can trust, right? And also someone you can depend on?
Yes, of course. Lady Corny has my complete and total trust.
Well, that's a mistake on your part, Felicia. That's good. A worthy lady should. We need to trust them to the very end. That's the only thing a retainer must have. Our familiarity and friendship with them are perfectly fine, as long as we trust them.
So, you're saying that the master-servant relationship revolves around trust. I actually feel a lot better. I think I always knew it, but I needed to hear it from you.
In the end, that's why we dedicate our lives to them, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then let's both swear to keep believing in our masters. We'll remain their retainers for as long as we are able.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Hana.
No problem. Thanks for helping me realize something important, Felicia. I feel like that support was just circular. Like it just sort of like came back around to where it started. Your worries mean shit, Hannah. Yeah, that support chain led nowhere and kind of makes you just go like, what was the point? What was the point of that one? I don't know if I have any others that are... Nope, that's an A+. We don't want to do that. I think I might have to wait for Iko to come back. What about Kagero? Nope. We are working through them. Then you have Takumi's personal fan club. Takumi is like still sick, isn't he? Isn't that where we are in the story?
Yeah, I don't think he ever recovered.
He hasn't yet because we haven't gone to the next chapter. All right. Oh, this is the last one then for Hannah. So let's go ahead and do that one. Hey, Hayato. About the other day.
What is it?
Are you still mad? I told everyone that you don't actually like flowers, you know? Oh, right. This one was about his fragile masculinity.
Oh, yeah? And what was their reaction?
Well, there weren't many who thought you liked flowers before I said anything. They just kind of shrugged when I told them that I was mistaken. You look like you're still angry?
All right. As long as they don't still think like... As long as they don't still think I like flowers, I can forgive you.
You must be really angry. That sentence made no sense. Thank you, Hayato.
I thought it said as long as they still don't think like flowers. I'm like, something's missing. But to make things up to me, you'll have to keep helping me get rid of purses. What?
What do you mean? You just what?
Did I miss something here? What is he talking about?
That was part of the support. I think at the beginning she was admiring purses that he had. Was trying to get rid of.
Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot that.
I collect purses, hundreds of them.
Hellacious. Yeah, I totally forgot that. I was like, what is he talking about? Okay, good. They don't think I like flowers anymore. Now you have to help me get rid of my purse collection.
Eco, thank you for the resub, by the way, for 73 months. I did not see that earlier. I just saw it.
Wow, that was delayed.
Well, I just saw it. Excuse me.
You're too busy blindsiding me about how much of the
gosh.
birthday stream I'm going to be in.
Wow. Okay.
And then next he's like, and then you can find somebody to take all these high heels off my hands.
Oh my gosh. Did you say this?
No.
Okay.
They sent me more. Apparently, making purses is a fad back home right now. It's getting ridiculous. See, this one here.
Oh my, it's so adorable.
I just don't see it.
Perhaps you are not the target market for it. Did you ever consider that, child?
Yes, I don't want it. That's the point.
Oh, by the way, did you notice any purses that had a cherry blossom pattern? She probably wants that for Sakura.
Hey, that's a good thought. I didn't see any in this box, but I'm sure there are more to come.
They're just like, how many purses are they making and sending to him? Well, if you see one with that pattern, I call it, okay? Don't keep it for yourself.
Why would I?
I know you love purses. Just admit it.
I get it. Anyway, why cherry blossoms?
I'm Lady Sakura's retainer, and that's what her name means. I was planning to give her one with that pattern, but didn't see any. Called
that one.
Yep.
I see. So you want to show your loyalty and appreciation?
Yep. Oh, and what about a camellia flower pattern for Tsubaki? Wait, he's a guy, so he might be like you and hate the floral thing too. Never mind that then, just the cherry blossoms.
I'll try to remember for you.
Thanks so much.
After the war, Hayato built a successful business as drop shipping purses.
And went by Louis Vuitton. All right. You good? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Changed his name to Louis Vuitton.
Kaze, do you have time to talk? This is about your brother and his big ass.
Certainly. It's nice to have you approach me for a change.
I felt like I could afford to be a bit more proactive in our conversations.
Regardless, I'm happy you would choose to spend your time with me. Which makes me curious. How do you normally spend your time?
Well, usually I'm training or carrying out a mission. If I have free time, I enjoy making tea or painting, or reading books in a quiet place.
Making creepy tarot cards. I didn't know that. I don't have any real hobbies, so I
What a thing to say. I don't have any hobbies. Oh, Kaze. His hobby is taking care of this army.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's like every other retainer. He has no existence outside of his loyalty to his liege. That's what I was listening to the last one then. I was like, they're still just, how can we be more loyal? Do you think we're loyal enough? Are we being loyal the right way?
That is a lot of the
God.
retainer supports, unfortunately.
Get a life.
They can't. That is their life. I think Kaze, I don't think Kaze has time to have any hobbies because he's literally taking care of this entire army. Like, he has them all on his back. He is carrying this army on his back by himself.
And somebody's going to tell me, that's the way servants were in ancient Japan. I know. I don't have any real hobbies, so I spend most of my time training with Saizo.
I'm curious. How do you and Saizo train?
Well, it's really quite challenging, actually. I'm not sure you want to hear about it. Because we've trained together for so long, we know each other's moves. That means we have to constantly come up with new ways to surprise each other. The fighting is rather intense, and one of us usually walks away bloodied.
I can imagine that scene.
You're always welcome to join us, Kagero.
Despite my curiosity, I think that is precious time between brothers.
Oh, no.
Ryoma,
Not.
I think Ryoma has gotten to her. She's confused.
I don't want to interfere.
Man, if this is someone's first stream into Fate, I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell you now. I'm sorry. There's a lot of lore that will upset you, probably. And a lot of that has to do with Ryoma being the worst.
Regardless, I enjoy our chats, and I'll try and reach out to others as well. It's like you said before, sometimes you have to set aside planning for fighting, and just build relationships with your allies instead.
Oh, well, that's done. We're just not gonna go into the brother time? Okay.
She just doesn't want to train with him because she has history with Saizo.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Also, I bet she's been hip checked by his ass, and I feel like that would have been traumatic.
That's why they broke up, because every time they tried to be in bed together, his ass would just knock her on the floor. And I don't mean even having sex, I mean like just sleeping. She would just constantly get woken up in the middle of the night by being pushed onto the floor by his ass.
I still think it has to do with the puppet. The puppet is absolutely a factor in why they broke up.
The puppet, look, that's like dating a ventriloquist.
Oh no!
If they don't ever put the dummy down, it's going to be really challenging. Really, really challenging.
It would be a little difficult, but I think Iko is about to be canceled by the Society of Ventriloquists. So.
Oh no. Anyway.
Mika, hi, how are you? It's me or the puppet, dear. Exactly that. His puppet's name is Billy, and I know for a fact that they have had many discussions about it. It just
There's only been one relevant ventriloquist in the last 50 years, and isn't he like terrible now or something? I don't know. I don't want to know.
I cannot keep track of how everyone's horrible. The puppet came after their relationship, so I think the puppet is his rebound. Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
Good, just make Just made dinner, finished editing, so I'm ready for the gross content. Well, you are in a good spot, Mika.
Tsubaki, do you have time for an art lesson today?
I do, but I have to tell you, I don't think you need to change your style.
What do you mean?
After we last spoke, I dug up several books about art technique. Literally, they were buried. Many of those who are considered great artists weren't appreciated in their lives. The art they created was very different, and they were treated as outcasts.
This is not making me feel better.
Except Hokusai, he did pretty well for himself. What I mean is,
Van Gogh, on
maybe
the
you
other hand.
have Ooh. A bit of a hot mess. Maybe you have that same spark of genius like other great artists.
You truly think I have that potential, even after looking at the art I make?
It's exactly because of the art you make that I believe I am right. It's chaotic and dark and moody and difficult to grasp, but it demands attention.
Hmm.
The longer you look at it, the more sense it seems to make. It's like a new art style being born.
Is he being indoctrinated? Like, did she paint Cthulhu? And, like, he's slowly being indoctrinated, like, the longer he looks at the painting. Could that be happening?
Yeah, like
I think
500
so.
years later, her
Yeah.
descendant, her like great grandson, Junji Ito, would arrive on the scene.
Tsubaki now has sanity loss.
It feels good to be praised by a man of your caliber, Tsubaki. I still feel unsettled, though.
That's just the painting, Kagero.
Don't be. You created this art without even trying to do it. I'm actually a little envious. You truly have natural talent.
Now you're just being flattering. We both know you are the perfect example of skill and talent.
I never flatter anyone but myself.
You should take
I
that as a
wasn't-
compliment.
I wasn't born with talent, though. I was born a flop.
Hold on, I need to plug in the Gosh dang it. All right.
Upon seeing Kagero's art become as gods, become as gods.
Excuse
If her art
me,
looks like Ito's, then no wonder people are horrified by it. Yeah.
what do you mean?
Ah, sorry, just thinking out loud. Anyway, excuse me,
Frog in your throat?
ribbit. Anyway, what I have been meaning to say is this: treasure your style and viewpoint. What you create is incredibly unique. In fact, I think our lessons are at an end. And now I would like to learn from you.
Indoctrination complete.
You truly mean that?
Very much so. Believe in yourself and have faith in your instincts.
Have faith in your nudes?
Have faith in your nudes. They're good nudes.
Eldritch horror nudes.
Thank you for the kind words, Tsubaki. It's settled then. I'll do my best.
Excellent. And please, when you complete them, I'd love to see your nudes. New works.
Freudian slip, Tsubaki?
No, I'm perfect.
I don't know. At least I think that one was better than some of the other ones we saw for sure. At least Tsubaki was being nice and wasn't like, oh, your art isn't perfect like other art.
Your art was the best
art
of all
of
the
all
art.
the art.
Yeah, he appreciated her.
He
It's like,
did,
look
which
at
was
how
nice.
unique and artistic your nudes are. Not like your ex, who couldn't be bothered to be preoccupied from his puppet.
Saizo had some crazy nudes. Yeah,
I
anyway.
think Saizo's a never nude. Just
Well,
because he never gets out of the puppet.
well, didn't Oboro undress him though? She definitely.
Oh yeah, she did. She took his
definitely
clothes.
did. She did.
That's why he was so mad.
But yeah, that's a good point. Is Tsubaki using performance-enhancing drugs? This is something we need to question.
Yeah.
Yeah? You just think that's a solid yes?
That's a solid yes. Tsubaki's absolutely using performance-enhancing drugs. He invented them.
I think Orochi could have invented them. He could be getting them from Orochi. One condition, the mask stays on. The mask and the scarf. Oh, we got the silly music. And it's
We got the silly
sea
man.
lass. We do have the silly man. The flat earther
Silly
sea
lass.
lass.
Silly lass.
Silly lass.
The lesser known brother of Legolas.
Silly lass. I don't know, because didn't Tolkien make a lot of the characters have the same name? Because wasn't there like Finwë 1, 2, and 3 or something?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
No, that
I
was
mean,
his,
there
yeah,
could
that
be.
was his sons.
Okay, well, there could potentially be a silly lass then. You don't know. There was someone named Elmo in Lord of the Rings, so like, it could be.
Kagero, is that a brush in your hand? Are you painting something?
Yes.
What kind of painting is it? Let me see. I can't tell what this is. It looks like there's something ominous writhing in the middle of this black circle.
That's you.
What?
I'm painting a scene featuring you.
Oh, no. That's not funny at all. There's no way that could be me. I don't look anything like that. For starters, my face looks nothing like that monster you've painted there.
Are you going to insult each of my hobbies? First my flowers, then my tea? It seems like you're working hard to be rude.
I'd swear I'm not. If anything, I actually feel your pain.
What do you mean?
As a member of Nor nobility, I also studied painting from a young age.
Is that standard? Does this mean corny paints?
Corny finger paints.
Corny loves crayons.
They just gave her crayons and those little sponges that you use in preschool to finger paint. Despite my best efforts, I'm horrible at it. Depressingly so. At least your work reflects artistic intent. There's nothing at all redeemable in mine.
I don't know if that's true.
I swear. Here, I'll prove it to you with a demonstration.
Okay. No, don't paint over hers. You better not.
Let me borrow your brush.
All right.
That's the best I can do. My goal was to paint your likeness. What do you think of the result?
How long was she standing there while he tried to paint her?
This is the first time I've ever seen such a horrible crime committed on canvas. That's not me. That's not even human. Maybe a demon, but even then.
See? My artistic ability is virtually non-existent.
It really is. However, it's reassuring to find that we are more alike than I originally thought. This is the first time I've looked at art that wasn't mine and felt this way.
I'm not sure how to feel about that. You're welcome?
What? What is... They're gonna get married from that? What?
Wow, we both suck at art.
That's real hot. Come,
I can't wait to make
lick
babies
this
that
paint
also
off of
suck
me.
at art.
Well, you took that in different ways. I hope the paint's non-toxic if they're using it for that.
Sadly, it was lead paint, and Silas passed away 2 weeks later.
Well, he wouldn't believe that consuming lead is a problem.
Can't die of lead. I've been living in this house for 70 years, and all the lead paint never did no harm to me.
Are you saying that Silas is a boomer trapped in a 20-year-old's body?
Yes.
Yes.
Donald. Poor Donald. Sir, you have tumors all over your body. Oh no. He found out that Tsubaki gave her a compliment, so now he had to come and, like, reassert his territory.
I already found out that she was talking to Kaze.
Hey. How dare you talk to my brother? Only I can talk to my brother. Kagero, can we discuss our recent battle?
yes, of course. I wanted to talk about it as well.
Man, what else does anybody want to talk about here except the recent battle and being a retainer? When I turned over command of our forces to you, I thought I knew the outcome. I had to lead the sneak attack, and I was sure you wouldn't lose any ground. I didn't expect both of us to reach the main objective at nearly the same moment.
My larger force was able to hold the attention of the enemy, which helped your dangerous mission to succeed as well. It was an excellent demonstration of synergy between the two of us.
Indeed. We won't budge on our tactics, and I know that neither of us is wrong, but
In the end, our goal is the same, to serve those it is our duty to defend.
yes. I know I can count on you, Kagero, despite our difference of opinion in battle.
And in bed.
I couldn't ask for a better comrade.
Agreed.
Well, at least that support was not a circle.
That was harmless.
Yeah, wasn't bad. Mika.
It wasn't very romantic or even sweet either. It was just sort of like, hey, good job out there, bro.
You know what? I'll take it though. Like they're not being toxic to each other, which is quite an achievement considering they're exes. And everyone else in this army is so goddamn toxic to each other. So, you know, I'll take it. I think that the ninjas are probably the best characters for the most part. Like some of the like siblings, like the royals are a little more developed, but yeah, at least the ninjas are pretty solid. Yeah, that's what counts for romance for Kagero.
Azama, do you recall what we talked about the other day?
How could I forget? You nearly turned me into sushi.
Don't be ridiculous. Anyway, you made me think about something. You asked why ninja all dress alike, remember?
Yeah, but I was just joking around.
That may be, but I'd still like to know why you asked.
I just get curious about things, and my mouth gets ahead of my mind. Your mouth spends most of its time ahead of your mind. I swear I didn't mean anything by it.
Calm down. Your comment did make me reflect on something.
Oh, what's that?
This ensemble is a time-honored tradition. It's tradition for ninja to have their cleavage out. And yet,
It's a sign of rank.
that's right. I know little of said tradition's actual origin. Isn't that strange?
He didn't give a shit. He didn't think that hard about
I
it.
guess so.
Perhaps I should learn more about the history of our wardrobe. It might give me a deeper appreciation of the ninja culture.
Yeah, it just might.
I've always tried to honor my heritage. With a new perspective, perhaps I can be a more thoughtful and well-rounded warrior.
Whatever you say. Just please don't pull your knife on me again.
Relax. You can keep your hide another day, monk.
Thank you.
The fuck was that? I mean, I guess it's good that Azama wasn't being a jerk, but that was more of just Kagero, like, coming to a realization on her own and Azama not caring. Him just being like, yeah, whatever, this doesn't interest me.
Ugh.
Kaze and Kagero have suffered the least by our lore. Saizo experienced a metamorphosis by it. I think Saizo would be okay. I think I would still like Saizo, even without the ridiculous lore that we have added. Personally, I think he's a pretty decent character for the most part. Ugh. This character I could do without.
Ugh, you're telling me.
Your hatred of this child.
I don't hate him so much anymore.
I've grown to like him less the more supports of his we get.
He's just kind of like, whatever.
Azama's at the bottom, and then I would put him, I think, for my least liked.
Although, I don't know if this is a hot take or not.
Oh boy.
I'm not really fond of Jacob.
I think for me, the problem with Jacob is that I had such high standards. Because I was like, oh, this is going to be our Hubert. This is going to be our Zelkov.
No.
And then he wasn't. And then I was like, oh, well, that's disappointing.
He's just kind of
Good
an
morning.
ass.
Good morning.
To everybody
I
except
got feathers
Corny.
on my titties.
Yeah. Mika, thank you so much for the 200 bits for the Ninja Booba. Which one? Thank you,
100
Mika.
for each. For each booba.
For each booba. Yeah, I think, like, Jacob's fine, but yeah, he definitely is kind of an ass sometimes.
And he's an ass when it doesn't make sense for him to be an ass.
Yeah,
it's like he just
that's
wakes up in
fair.
a bad mood sometimes and then enters a conversation with somebody and is like, I'm going to be rude to this person today.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have nice moments. Like, I don't hate him, but I was expecting him to be different, I think. So part of it is definitely my expectations not being met. Which is, a personal thing. Again, I don't hate him, but I do not like him anywhere near as much as I thought I was going to.
Jacob, you're failing to meet expectations. I don't know. Yeah, something's missing. Because I was going to say that I just don't like characters that are, like, their thing is, I'm loyal to one person and I distrust everyone else. Because that's kind of the way the Hubert is. Kind of.
Hubert isn't
But-
as much of an ass, though.
No, not,
Like, Jacob's-
not always.
Jacob's real rough sometimes, especially to people who don't really deserve that. Like, Sometimes he just kind of blindsides you with just being nasty for no reason. But I also feel like, at least with Hubert, like, once you get more supports and start to learn more about him, you kind of see that there's more to him than that, and I don't get that with Jacob as much. Like, he does have a sad backstory, I guess, but it's not really... It's just sort of thrown out there. It's just sort of like, oh, hey, this happened, whatever. You know, it doesn't really feel like it shaped him much, or they don't really do much with it.
Yeah, he does have a sad backstory, but it
doesn't feel like it
it's
really...
almost like irrelevant.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like,
I'm
who
trying
cares?
to say. Yeah, it
because
doesn't...
his like by having a friendship with Corny, that kind of allowed him to, I guess, recover or like build a life despite his sad backstory, but that happened years and years ago, so it's done.
Right.
It's not happening now. Like, we're not watching that take place now. It's already happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really a reason for him to then not even distrust everybody else, but also like treat people like be a dick to people when they don't deserve it.
It also doesn't seem to be an issue of trust for Jacob. Like, he just kind of doesn't care about most other people. Hubert, I think it's more of an issue of trust. Because, you know, like, they have to keep everything secret and, you know, secret
But that makes
plans,
sense
all that.
because that's happening in that current moment.
Right.
That's happening at the time. It's relevant to the plot that we see play out. His isn't. Like, if anything, it should have shown him, like, Corin being so kind and accepting to him should have, like, made him be more that way instead of colder.
Or they just shouldn't have
I don't
included
know.
it. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't really make a difference. Hubert does care about more folks than Edelgard. All his supports with the girls and Black Eagles, his A with Ferd, his B with Casper and 3 Hopes. Yeah, I think there's more growth there, like, as he starts to trust people. And there's not as much with Jacob. Jacob doesn't really feel like he changes that much. Like, maybe a little bit between supports, but yeah. Oh, Mika, did you want Saizo? I just want to double check.
Yes, she wants me.
Who doesn't?
She said I am the best.
Sure. I wasn't sure which booba you wanted. They all have booba.
You want Saizo's booba.
Hubert will respect you as he gets to know you. Jacob stays the same. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Toko. But I feel like, I don't know, part of that might just be like Fates. Maybe if Fates were made now, they would do more with that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the characters do seem sort of proto versions of other characters later on. They just didn't really expand them too much, and in a way they can't, because there's so many supports. Like, you have to kind of force supports with characters sometimes just because they could have a kid, and even though it doesn't really make sense for them to actually reach an S support. So yeah, I don't know. I do think that's one kind of detriment to the games where there's a second generation, because they pretty much everyone has to be an option for them to have kids, but like, it doesn't really make sense for those people to get to that point. And I've said it before, but I do like how some of the support chains in like 3 Houses, they only go to a B. They don't go even to an A, which I think makes sense, because not every relationship you have is going to be, well, romantic, but even like a deep friendship, it might just be kind of a casual kind of thing. So I like that they do that. But that wouldn't really work in this kind of a game because, again, you have the second generation. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if future games, if they're going to go back to the second generation thing and if they're going to tweak that, or if they're going more towards a not second generation. I don't know. it remains to be seen, I guess. Did you say his line?
No.
Okay.
And yeah, you know what I was thinking this morning was, wow, we're getting pretty close to S supports, so it's going to be like time to finish this route soon and go on to Conquest. And I forgot about the second generation. So,
Yep.
rip.
Nice try. Plus,
Am I
I think
influencing the tip jars? I don't think I'm unfairly influencing the tip jars because I don't get a vote, remember. I don't, because it just makes no sense for me to donate. So I don't really get a vote in the tip jars, even though I often have strong opinions. So
he just comes up and gives me a $5 bill.
I must
Here you
exert
go.
my influence in the shadows. I'm the dark money in this vote.
Escape is not as close as you like. It's not. Aren't there like 26 chapters in this?
Oh, hell.
Something like that, I thought. We're on chapter 17? To put it in perspective for you.
Oh, damn it.
27 and endgame, if I recall correctly. So yeah, we have a little ways to go, but there's gonna be less supports with the kids because there's gonna be less of them than the rest of the cast, I think, at least by a little bit. So at that point, we're only going to be focusing on their supports because all these will be done. So there is that.
In the shadows.
We're really making Takumi suffer through this head cold. He's fine.
Kagero, might we speak for a moment?
Hello, Hayato. What do you need?
I wish to thank you for the encouragement you gave me the other day.
Oh, regarding how you speak? I merely gave you my honest opinion. There's no need to thank me for that.
Regardless, I feel I should. So, thank you, Kagero.
I'm happy to help.
Really, our talk helped me feel more confident in how I speak. I don't think I will change anything.
That's for the best. I'm sure the members of your tribe would feel the same.
Why do you mention them?
Wasn't your reason for speaking the way you do an attempt to reassure them? I think they would appreciate your effort. That is a bond that you share with them, and it will grow stronger if you continue.
Your words, Kagero.
Oh no. What's wrong, Hayato? You look upset.
No, it is just you. You just say the most embarrassing things.
Hayato, are you crying?
No, I'm not. Do not treat me as you would a child. I am done here. Farewell.
Hayato, you may be young, but you're a good man.
Weird way to end that, Kagero. What? Are they going to be... Is he going to still be crying in the S support? I have questions.
You may be young, but you're a good man. And a hot man.
No! No!
Yeah, no. How about not?
Unfortunately, because the children are attached to the fathers in this, we have to put him with somebody, so... His options are pretty limited, though, because we got, like, Mozu and maybe Sakura. I think that's it. I can't really think of anybody else for him.
Yeah, you know what I'm not looking forward to? Is
Those S supports?
reviewing all these S supports. All of them.
Oh, that's gonna...
Remember how, like, in Awakening...
Oh, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, some of those Nowy supports were... Oof.
But in Awakening, there were so many there were a couple that really, really stood out. And then there were a lot that were good. Like they were fine, they were cute, whatever. And then there were a few that were just comically horrible. I feel like,
and then there was another tier of ones that were just horrible.
and yeah, that's true. There were some that were comically horrible, and then there were some that were unspeakably cursed.
Correct.
This one, I feel like it's going to skew a lot farther to just a lot of bad, just a lot of kind of uncomfortable and cursed.
Maybe we should rate each one on like its cursedness.
Yeah.
Like out of 10, you know, have like a ranking. I think that would work.
3 Ryomas out of 10 cursed.
Oh my god. 20. Yeah, some of them probably will be 20 out of 10. I believe that. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat some of Naoi's because some of hers were just... But we'll see, I guess. Maybe that'll be the question, like, can they beat Naoi's? For just cursed. And then this isn't even counting Conquest. Who the heck knows what's going to happen in Conquest? My word.
Yeah, can they beat Naoi? That's going to be...
I would like to remind you there was
That's
that
the bar.
one, I forget who it was with, but there was that one, I think it might have been Longku, where they were playing house, quote unquote.
That...
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
That was because that's where he has to like explain what it means to be a mommy and a daddy. Like that was so bad.
I'm hoping we don't get to that level.
I forgot about that one.
Oh, I didn't forget.
The one that I think of first is usually where Na is threatening to eat Inigo.
Oh yeah, there was that one. They weren't were they S supports though?
I don't remember. I just remember that one.
Maybe they were.
I think that was an S support because it was when...
I forgot if the second gen had S supports. They did.
Threatened him. Yeah, they do. And she threatened him because she said, like, if you're with me, then you can't be with any other girls. And he hesitated. So then she threatened to eat him. So
As
that
you
was
do.
one. That was one that I thought was just like comically
That was
bad.
just a girl power moment. Girl boss.
But oh man, you're right. Because I was when you said Naoi, I was like, yeah, but wasn't Na's worse? No, Naoi's was worse because she's just so innocent, and that one really made me uncomfortable. Several of hers did. So yeah, that's gonna be the thing to beat. Is are they gonna be more just outright cursed than Naoi supports? And I bet the answer is gonna be no.
I don't think so either.
Not because the pairings aren't cursed. I just don't think the writing in this game is as good. I don't think it's as original. Like, I don't think they would even go there. I just think it's going to be blandly horrible as a relationship. No, like,
wow. I
mean, as a relationship, I think it's going to be just like flat, just bad. These two people don't belong together.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Kazes are all going to be pretty good. I'm thinking that cornies are going to be very hit or miss. Like, some of them are just going to be like outright awful because it's corny. I think that all the retainers are going to be boring as fuck. Probably.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I think they're all going to be like the same.
Be boring. Yeah.
And who knows? But the thing is that in Awakening, so many, I was shocked by how they switched, because even if you remembered the full support chain, there were times when you're like, what? In the S support, like, they seemed like they'd be really cute, and then you get to the S support, and then it was awful, and you're like, what? But I thought you guys could have been good together, and it just falls apart. So I think that could happen here too. But yeah, my predictions are definitely like Kazes. I feel like are all going to be pretty good. And I think that the retainers are going to be pretty boring for the most part. I mean, like, there's a lot of characters, so I'm sure there'll be some okay, at least ones in there. And I feel like Mozus are probably going to be cursed, but maybe not as cursed as Naoi's, just because Naoi's personality was like made it so much worse.
Mozu just isn't as innocent as Naoi was.
Naive. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still cursed. Don't get me wrong. It's still like no, but
yeah, it's super creepy.
I don't think it's gonna be as bad.
It was so, ugh.
Yeah, Mozu's just gonna mention her dead family. Yeah, that'll be all of Mozu's are just about her dead family.
So we'll have to see then how many in how many of the retainers ones are only going to be like, I've served you so long. I want to show you my dedication by marrying you.
Well, we
I
know
want
that's
to
not going to be
prove my
Azama.
loyalty by marrying you. No, his are going to just be shit.
I think Orochi's are going to be like unhinged off the rails, which I'm here for. I hope that they are, because if they're not, what was the point? Orochi is, I mean, they need to be. But
will you be my sub forever?
Wear this bell. But yeah, DJM, like Longku and Maribel, theirs was really cute, and I wasn't expecting that. Theirs was one of our favorites, which was pretty shocking.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have expected her to be with somebody like him who is a little more, like, in terms of relationship and intimacy, he's a little more fragile.
Yeah, he's very closed off, too.
Yeah, he doesn't... He's going to need to do some work on himself to even, like, have a relationship with her. And she was there for that, and I was surprised.
Yeah, so who knows? I feel like there's probably going to be, like, one random one in the retainer supports that's just, like, shockingly good. But then the problem is going to be that we're going to have some people settle. Because it'll be like, oh, well, they're really good with this person, but then that person is really good with this person. It's going to be that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of S support triage.
Yep.
Because you're right. There's going to be like one or two super great ones. A lot of ones where we can't even go. And then it's just going to be trying to figure out where everybody else falls. What's the least bad?
Yeah.
We know we have to do harm, so how do we minimize the harm that we do?
How to minimize. Your ship list is shockingly short for this compared to your First Awakening playthrough. I mean, I would agree with that, Joker. But again, we could be surprised. Like, maybe we'll find some good ones in there. You never know what the S supports are going to hold. So, yeah. Well, let's see how this goes.
Excuse me, Kagero. Have you got a minute?
How can I help? Unless it's about my art. That conversation is over.
But you misunderstood me the other day. I genuinely think your art is nice.
You're committed to your flattery.
No, I don't flatter people like Tsubaki does. Those creepy whirlpools were awesome. I've never seen someone draw like you. It's very, what was the word? Abstract. It's abstract art.
I did not intend for it to be abstract. It is supposed to be a scenic view of a peaceful river.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I just learned what abstract was this morning. But still, I'm telling the truth when I say that, when I tell you that I like it.
He learned it from Corny's vocabulary calendar. The word of the day is abstract.
I think Corny's somebody who would describe herself as abstract.
I'm so deep, you guys. Like, I might as well be called abstract.
Jacob and Silas just look at each other. Kaze sighs.
Kaze's always sighing in this army, and I don't blame him.
I'm not trying to trick you or anything. I really would like to see more.
I suppose you've insisted enough that I can believe you. I apologize for how rude I was to you before. I'm not used to compliments. Growing up, only Orochi was accepting of my art, so I tend to doubt others. Even after a few people have said they like what they see, I still don't believe it.
Orochi was also using her art to commune with the dead, so...
Yeah, Orochi's into necromancy, I'm pretty sure, so...
That's where the puppet came from.
Oh my god. What if the puppet is like Saizo's reincarnated father that he was trying to avenge?
It's Saizo the Fourth!
His name is Billy now. No one can know. Oh my god.
That's what his name was.
It was Saizo the Fourth.
No, his name was William before he took on the mantle of Saizo.
Oh
That's how he got Billy.
Perfect. Makes it real weird, though, that he and Kagero broke up over the puppet. Like, was his dad watching? I have a lot of questions.
No, he doesn't know. I don't think he knows that
You
the
don't think
puppet
Saizo
is
knows?
his dad. No, I think Orochi told Kagero that that's what she did, and it just really weirded Kagero out, so she had to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I would. And Orochi would tell Kagero, because they were roommates, so I can see how Orochi would be like, guess what? And Kagero's like,
if I
the
did
fuck?
have a puppet that inadvertently had the ghost of my dad in it, I think I really would hope that you would tell me.
Bold of you to assume that the puppet would be in the house. If that were the case.
It's just my opinion, but I bet more people would enjoy your work than you think. You should have more confidence.
That's very kind of you to say. I suspect I've misjudged you, Hinata. I had thought you lacked refinement.
Well,
I can see now that I was incorrect.
well.
It took you this long to figure it out? And here I was pulling out all the stops to praise you.
My apologies, Hinata. I appreciate the nice things you've said about my art.
See, now there's a cute smile. You should break out that smile more often. Damn it.
And I withdraw my apology.
Wait, what? Why? Am I only allowed to praise your art? I can't tell what I should be doing.
I'd appreciate you limiting your opinions to my art if you could. Although I do feel like we have bonded over this little ordeal.
How? What?
Hey, me too.
What?
Does this
That
mean
didn't
that you'll
end well.
finally show me some of your other work?
Yes, I suppose I could show you one or two other pieces.
Okay.
There's that smile, you little cutie.
Oh man, Hinata. He
Blech.
ruined it. He ruined it. I mean, honestly, I don't think I was really interested in putting them together anyway. But
No.
it's Oh god. Takumi's shouting. Shouldn't you be in bed, young man, with NyQuil?
Yeah, he's yelling for her because she's like on nurse duty for him.
It's unfortunate.
Kagero, I need more ibuprofen.
Lord Takumi,
Kagero, I did as you suggested. I sat under the waterfall for a long time, and I still have a fever.
I don't understand why this didn't work.
indeed, I was watching from the shadows.
Oh, you were? You should have spoken up.
It was important not to disrupt your concentration. You did well. I didn't think you would be so tenacious.
To be honest, it got under my skin when you compared me to my brother. Of course, I respect him greatly, but it just gets to me when people blow me off and say I'm not capable of as much.
I apologize for offending you.
Don't worry. I know you only brought him up to try and motivate me. In the end, it worked, so I think it was all for the best.
I don't think you should be idolizing Ryoma Takumi.
He has no idea.
Everyone else does.
Everybody else knows. I feel like I've become a more patient individual.
Well, you are a patient. You're very ill.
You are a patient. You should be a better patient. Get back in bed.
I believe you are correct, Lord Takumi. I can sense the change in you.
She's humoring him. It's a lie.
Really?
However, you cannot afford to slack off. Just as continuous training builds a body, the same can be said for the mind.
I understand. I'm going to keep this up and show everyone I'm my brother's equal.
Well,
Thanks for everything, Kagero.
I love how a lot of that was just about Ryoma. It wasn't really that much about, like, them bonding. Some of these
His next-
supports are
It's like
just
his
about
next
other people.
sentence after that is just like, so should we get married?
Oh, God.
Just like, what? That fever has gotten really bad. You need to get back in bed now.
She just shows him her artwork to scare him away.
Oh, gods! Become as gods.
It's been a while since I've seen Caden. I wonder where he's gotten to.
He's chasing his own tail in the yard.
Well, he's gonna have to wait a minute. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. He's just going around being a stuck-up brat while Ryoma scoops up his sisters. Oh, God. That's horrifying. Crush it up and put it in chocolate pudding. Yeah, Takumi is not going to take medicine. You got to put it in chocolate pudding. Rochi didn't change his diapers yet. Oh, God. What? Takumi would be into vor? What a headcanon. You imagine that? Just like you're in a forum discussing your Fire Emblem headcanons and you're just like, so, Takumi? Yeah, he'd be into vor. There's just nothing else. Just that statement, and then you leave the forum to curse everyone else who comes in there. I'm trying to think who all we have left. For supports. Hinoka? Felicia, she has most of them. Setsuna, I think, has some too. It refuses to elaborate. Exactly. You just say a statement like that, and then you don't say anything else. You just leave, and you just let the chaos commence. You said most of your ships are in Revelations. I'm interested to see the differences in the 3 routes. Are the supports like, so if Caden and Kagero have supports in Revelations, is it just going to be this line? Does it only change, like, if you have a support between a Conquest character and a Birthright character? Is that the main changes? They're the same except for Corny and Azura. Oh. I guess that makes sense. I'm curious if Azura is gonna be in Conquest or not. I don't know, don't tell me. Supports between otherwise route exclusives are unique though. Okay. Because I'll definitely want to focus on the other, like the supports we didn't get, because otherwise they're just going to be, you know, repeats. So, Kagera will have new stuff with the Norians. Okay. That'll be interesting. Say the story is better in Birthright, supports are better in Conquest, and Revelations is unique supports that are better than your average support. Huh, okay. I thought a lot of people were disappointed with Revelations, though, story-wise. I thought that was kind of... Wasn't that the consensus? Or were people just mad that it was... like, it was DLC? Birthright has the best story simply because the other two are much worse. Oh, no. The writing's bad. Can't say anything about the supports. In Revelations. So, is it worse than Conquest? Like, how would you rank them? Oh, I just found out that I need the driver for the other 3DS capture card, so that's why it didn't work. So I'll need to download that. Simply because some characters are radically different between the plot and supports? Huh. Never played it. I was quite done with Birthright. Oh, you never played either one, Wildcat? I think the better question is it worse than Engage? That'll probably end up being my hot take. I'm gonna be like, yeah, Fates is better, and everyone's gonna be like, no, it's not. In my opinion, Revelations has the stupidest writing. Okay. There are plot holes in each route, and while Revelations was meant to clear them up, it didn't. Best to worst, in my opinion, Conquest, Birthright, Revelations. Okay. It seems like other people are saying Birthright is the best. That's interesting, Toko. Conquest is bad conceptually, but Revelations is bad due to stupidity. Oh my gosh. I'd say Engage is dumber, but Revelations definitely gets close. That'll be interesting to see. Fates didn't impress me, didn't really get into the story, and only had a few characters I liked a lot. Rinka, Setsuna, and Kaze, who died. I mean, I can see how that would definitely shape your opinion. I would have been so upset if Kaze died. If I were just, you know, playing by myself and didn't know that was a thing. You like more of them in this run? Well, that's good. I'm glad I could improve upon some of them. I have a generally more positive opinion on Engage than most people in chat, but Revelations is mythically bad in the Fire Emblem community. I don't really know what the consensus on Engage is, because I think it seems kind of mixed. The gameplay for Engage was good, and some of the supports were great, but I feel like Engage is very much high highs, low lows. Like, some of it was really good, but then, like, the story, to me, was just not. Engage is extremely divisive. Like Engage, but the plot is very oof, and the DLC was even oofer. Yeah, the DLC was rough. Kitaverse headcanon definitely makes this game a whole lot better. Thanks, Toko. Especially since its plot is essentially Fates 2, but more accepted. It really does feel like that. I'm very curious what the next game will be like. I mean, obviously, if it's not a remake, because, you know, then they're limited by that. I'm curious what direction they'll go. Like, if they're going to go more like Engage, or if they're going to go more like Three Houses. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm hoping for, personally, but since everyone just kind of bashed this game but gave Engage the pass. I feel like, though, I think part of the reason for me why this one isn't as bad as Engage is because weak dialogue. I think it's easier to overlook weak dialogue if there's no voice acting. Because, I mean, that's something that is encouraged in writing classes, is to actually speak your dialogue. Like, if you're writing something, is to speak it out loud, because sometimes it seems okay when you're looking at it on paper, but then when you say it out loud, you realize that it sounds weird, like it doesn't make sense, or it just sounds off, and then you can kind of change it. And I feel like that's much more noticeable in Engage because it's fully voice acted versus this game where it's not. I mean, obviously we are reading it aloud, but we're also being silly. But if this were taken seriously, like at face value, and someone was doing it, some of it would be totally fine. But then I think you might see some of the issues more with the dialogue. And I think with Engage, you just see that more simply because the entire thing is voice acted. So that kind of stuff becomes more glaring. You also hope for a good story. Me too, Lacius. Me too.
Okay, I'm back. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're fine. I think Engage has come and gone for a good chunk of the fan base, not getting as many recs for it compared to Three Houses' hopes. I mean, if I were going to recommend a Fire Emblem game to people, I would just recommend Three Houses. Like, if I had to choose, I'd recommend Three Houses, and then if they only had a 3DS, I would say Awakening. But I also haven't played Echoes, so I don't know how I'd feel about Echoes, but... You liked Engage battle mechanics more? Engage had good gameplay. Like, I'm not knocking the gameplay, for sure. People like Conquest for the gameplay and challenge. People like Revelations for the maps, and Birthright is average. Okay. Yeah, Engage was a come-and-go game. It did not have the staying power of Three Houses, which does suck because there are some really good characters in Engage and some good things in Engage for sure. The music and visuals are better for me, like more of the characters. It's just that Alira's very dull and frustrating protagonist. I think if we had a different protagonist, maybe I'd be more forgiving of Engage, but I really didn't like Alira. The villains are awful. There's stuff that feels like padding. Yeah. Partially blame some of the worst writing stuff in Fates on the translation. The translation team had been scrutinized due to some of their seemingly unnecessary changes. I mean, that could be too. Engage was only good for its gameplay. Panette. Oh, Panette. We love Panette. I'll never forgive that game for having Marth call Alira the Fire Emblem token. Echoes is 2 for you. Echoes is one of my favorites. Revelations was the first game to make me laugh out loud from sheer stupid writing. I will mention that moment when it comes. Oh my gosh, Lucy. What do you feel, Lucy? Because you've played all of them, haven't you? Or a lot, I would say, just from what you've said before. So, like, what would you say Fates versus Engage? I'm just kind of curious. But I think, too, like, the fact that we can kind of make it silly. So even if the writing isn't great, the fact that we can just, like, mess with it and just kind of be silly and fun, I think will make it more enjoyable than, again, if we were doing the whole thing, like, straight, you know? I will never forgive Engage for Rafal. What an absolute shit stain of a character. Wildcat. Rafal and Azama might be my two most hated Fire Emblem characters at this point. Just, yeah. Anyway, welcome back, Eco. Writing-wise, I don't remember much besides from Revelations during my challenge. I just skipped all the story and conquest. But Fates is my favorite Fire Emblem game for gameplay by far. Interesting, Lucy. If you feel like elaborating, go for it. Recommend Awakening just because it's fairly basic and uncomplicated. So if you enjoy it, you'll probably enjoy the rest of the series. I think Three Houses is easier though than Awakening. So I feel like if you're recommending to a beginner, I think Three Houses might be simpler. Although if somebody only wants like the gameplay, they only want kind of the strategy part, then I could see Awakening, because Three Houses does introduce a lot of like kind of life simmy elements, which I personally love. But yeah, if somebody's not really looking for that, then I can see how you'd say Awakening. Fates does some good things. Pair up is dope. A lot of ways to interact. Inherit broken skills and great music. Three Houses is also 10 times as long, so it's more of a commitment. That's true. That's very true. Like the mechanics for Fates a lot, but it does take a lot of time to learn to use well if you're really trying to min-max it. The map's difficulty and conquest is perfect. Okay. All right, Eco. Are you ready? Did you just meow? Sounded like you meowed. Did you meow? Where are you? Where have you gone? Did you leave? You came back to leave? He's never coming back. He's turned into a cat boy. He goes with Arval now. Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
I didn't meow.
Oh, it sounded like you meowed.
No.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
I didn't meow. I didn't turn into a cat boy. Oh my goodness. No, I just didn't want to interrupt. So then I got up to make tea quick, and then you were like, okay, ready.
Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meow.
This is a fox.
Arf?
They scream. There you go. Perfect. In character now.
Kagero, there you are. Hello.
Almost as if summoned.
Huh? What was that? Wait, did you not know I was there? That's odd, because normally you're able to tell when I'm even remotely nearby.
I suppose I'd gotten used to you not being around, so I wasn't really looking for you. Did you need something today?
I wanted to tell you that I've been thinking a lot since our last conversation. I realized that I was actually causing you trouble by hanging around so much.
I wish Azama would come to that realization.
Everyone really hates me. I don't add anything to the story. I should just leave. Sadly, he will never know that that's the case. Since I wanted to help you, it was kind of counterproductive. So I decided that I'd pay you back in a different way. Here you go.
What is... This is a hairpin and a comb.
She already has a hairpin in her inventory.
I haven't seen anything like this in this part of the world.
It's in your inventory.
They don't have hair here.
You're giving both of these to me?
Oh, I sure am. You have really pretty hair, and I thought these would complement it well.
You really did put a lot of thought into your gifts. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm really sorry I caused you so much trouble before. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, don't worry about it. Truth be told, I didn't really mind after a bit.
Really? What do you mean?
I got used to your presence over time. It's actually been a little lonely without you. And I have to admit, it'd be helpful to have you around if something did happen.
So, I can start following you around again?
Certainly. Well, not all the time, but in stretches you can. Don't overdo it.
Awesome! I won't be any trouble.
Oh, here it is.
Here's what? Oh, no. So, Kagero, tell me what you thought of our sparring match the other day.
It was just as I expected. I learned much from being opposite you in battle. Things I couldn't possibly notice when fighting alongside you.
I'm glad to hear it, although I still don't believe it is enough to thank you properly.
It well exceeds anything I could possibly deserve from you, my lord.
Well, allow me to propose another idea. Join me for some green tea.
Pardon
Specifically
me, my lord.
green tea.
Tea?
Yeah, it's like, hope you like it. Wow.
Ugh.
Yawn right into the mic. You have to understand that because you took the noise gate off, I can hear everything you do.
Guys, I'm horrible. I'm bad at this. This is why you don't want me on the stream all weekend.
Everything. That's right, Tim. ASMR yawn stream.
I understand that you enjoy the tranquility of making tea, correct? That would be a relaxing alternative to our sparring sessions.
Thank you for the offer, my lord. If that is what you'd like, I can't refuse.
You have a strong tendency to put others before yourself and of working extra hard. You must not forget to take some time for...
Am I keeping you up, Lord Ryoma?
God damn it. Oh,
You
that's
seem
terrible.
sleepy. What's in the tea, Lord
You-
Ryoma?
He mixed them up and it's not green tea, it's like melatonin. You must not forget to take some time for yourself every once in a while.
Maybe it's Takumi's tea and it has the NyQuil in it.
It's just spiked tea to get him to sleep while
Yep.
he's sick.
You are not the first person to tell me so, but it is just not in my nature. I promise that your advice does not fall on deaf ears, though, my lord.
That is all I can ask. Remember that I am entrusting my well-being to you, Kagero. It's important to me that you are in the best shape.
What? Like my sister is very shapely.
So, better start working out if you know what I mean.
Ryoma's just becoming a sleaze bag.
He is.
Of course, I will do everything in my power to meet your expectations, my lord.
This wasn't romantic as all. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was not. I don't even think it was very like we're friends. It was just
No. It was a lot of nothing.
it. You know,
It was a
Correct.
nothing burger.
it was a nothing burger. A whole burger of nothing. Oh gosh.
I thought he was done.
Hayato? No. Did you want me to just go down the list of Hayato supports? You didn't want me to do that.
No, I don't want you to do that. I just thought he was done.
No. He he ended up being like one of the last ones that I was getting supports for. Wonder why.
There's a support between a boss and a subordinate.
That's really what it felt like. I would agree with that.
You've been doing a great job. Of course, that means that I'm going to promote you and give you more responsibilities.
Marriage.
Marriage. Did you finish the last one?
I sure did. This final crane is number 1000. They look so beautiful. Thank you, Hayato. With your help, I was able to finish everything much quicker.
It wasn't all that difficult, and I enjoyed the process. Thanks for letting me help.
Of course. I hope these cranes bring our troops luck during the battle.
I'm sure that they will. I believe in you.
I feel like Azama's gonna destroy them. Thank you, Hayato.
So you mean the cranes?
Yeah.
The strength of a wish is determined by the passion of the one doing the wishing. These 1000 cranes not only have a charm, but heartfelt feelings within them. I know things will be okay.
I hope you're right. I'd give anything to bring peace back to our world. Hopefully these cranes can do some good.
You are the picture of courage, Hinoka. I will always stand by your side.
Your company is reassuring. I'm glad that I can count on you, Hayato.
I'll do everything I can to help. That
Okay.
wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but...
Okay.
No, we've had worse. It wasn't bad, but it's still... I'm like, They could have stopped there. That would have been fine. Just stop there. Azama doesn't need to destroy them. He'll just threaten to do it to make Hayato cry. Azama would. Hayato's kid better be worth all this. Toko, I bet they won't be. Then we could do a ranking. Which kids were worth this pain? Which ones weren't? Hey, Kaden.
Oh, hey, Hinoka. How's your Pegasus buddy doing?
That's actually why I'm here. I wanted to show you the results of your lessons. It's just a pile of horse shit. Here, these are the results.
Time to muck the stables.
See for yourself. What do you think of her coat?
Wow, she's gorgeous and she looks so happy. Seems like you're a natural, kid.
Can you just call her a kid?
Yep.
Aren't they the same age? I feel like she and I are closer than ever, and it's all thanks to you, Kaden.
Hold on, Luna's having a problem.
Okay. Kaden's like 78. Do it, I need that now. A ranking of which kids are worth getting. This would only be based on personality, not stats. I'm sure someone has already done the work for the stats. Gotta include the conquest kids. It's thundering again? He's a magic fox. He can be ageless. He's magic. The worst stats is Hinata's kid. Well, doesn't Hinata have not great stats? So that would track. Tornado Knight Part 2. Oh. Maybe you're safe, Tim. Hinata's kid isn't great. Hinata's kid deserves to not be born in the first place. Oh my gosh. Well, if you do the math, a Korin paired with Camilla's child with the army's tank is clearly the superior choice. The stats do change depending on the marriage partner, so it can be all over the place. Well, I think Umbreon said earlier that Hinata didn't have good stats. So, is Hinata good paired with anyone? Statistically?
Oh, this dog. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, she's fine. I made a vet appointment for that lump on her head, and it's now gone.
Well,
I mean, that's good, but I don't know. I was happy to help. Just let me know if you ever need anything else.
well, actually, I was wondering if I could give you a ride on my Pegasus sometime, if you know what I mean. Consider it my way of saying thanks. You gonna ride my Pegasus, Caden?
Huh? You're gonna let me ride her? Are you sure? Oh,
Of course. It's the least we can do for you, isn't that right, girl?
Yahoo! I can't wait. I bet with her strength, you could practically get us to the moon.
Maybe not that high, but we can get pretty far up there. How do you feel about going as high as we can at top speed?
Huh? Top speed?
She always takes her flying seriously. That won't change just because you're with us. You'll have to hang on tight, though. I don't have a second saddle.
What? No, that's okay. Let's not. Let's just fly normally, please. Look, even Miss Pegasus isn't happy about it. Right, girl? Miss Pegasus?
I'm only kidding. Don't worry. We'll have a nice, leisurely cruise, won't we? It'll be just like floating down a river. Oh, Byleth did that once.
For 5 years.
For 5 years.
It was a long river.
Yeah.
Yeesh, no need to scare me like that. I do think you two make a really great team, though. You're quite the sight in a fight. Miss Pegasus must be very proud to have a rider like you.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad we took a break so we could hear from the Pegasus. I hope that one day we'll be able to fly wherever we want without fear. Then she and I could spread our wings and fly to our heart's content.
Yeah. It's not just people who are affected by this war. We're fighting for our animals, too. Animals like me.
We're all in this together. Dang it, Hinoka. Well,
He does kind of look like Zac Efron as a fox.
Wasn't there a movie where Zac Efron got turned into a dog? Close.
Probably. That sounds like a mid-2000s Zac Efron nonsense movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay safe. I hope there are no actual tornadoes there in Chicago again.
Yeah.
I saw that on the news this morning, and I was thinking about you guys.
Was that a rat? Oh, just a bird. Whew. Ever since that jerk Azama tricked me, I've been hearing rats everywhere. The song by Ghost. Now what's this all about? A card hanging from a string in the pantry. If he's planted a rat in here somewhere, he'll live to regret it.
Oh, don't mind that card. It's just a charm to help ward away rats and other vermin.
Well, it didn't work on you. Gah, you scared me. What were you doing hiding in here?
Yes.
Why? And what do you know of this charm?
Well, I made it, of course. We can't have rats in here stealing our precious food.
What's your angle?
Oh, this is so much fun. No angle, Orochi, although I do enjoy seeing you quaking with fear.
You're a freak.
What? I'm not pulling any kind of trick on you. You don't see any rats around here, do you?
Hope he gets bit in the ass by a rat.
They're all in his hair. Nor have you seen any since you told me you were afraid of them, right?
No, I suppose not.
Well, how fortunate for you. I wish you much continued fortune.
You're plotting something. I just know it.
And you disappoint me, Miss Orochi. I'm honestly just trying to help you out.
Huh. Well, okay. I guess, if nothing else, you flustered me more than anyone else ever has.
I take that as a compliment. Good day.
Don't get too pleased with yourself. What? What is that leading to?
Okay. So, Orochi.
Yes, Hayato. Oh, wait. You know, our last contest was so much fun.
Was it? Oh, good. I was worried that I got a little...
Competitive. That's why it was so fun. How many challenges did we do?
Like 100? I guess it was fun.
Good. We ended up with piles of potions, too. We pretty much got stocked up for any malady that comes our way.
Right. So, no more contests for a while, huh? No more room for potions.
What a pity. Say, I'm sorry for how this all began. You know, with me boasting about my herb collection, that wasn't very nice. Anyway, I respect you more than I can say now.
Really?
Really, I think I'd gotten glib about magic until I met you. I never really had a rival, never played Pokemon. That made me get serious again about magic. Hopefully our little rivalry has been just as helpful for you.
Of course it has. Now I have someone who will push me to perfect my craft.
I glanced at that and I read Punish and I was like, well, this is an Orochi support, so I didn't
Yeah,
even
it looks
question
like a lot of other things if you squint.
Then we're no longer rivals, we're partners.
I'll shake on that, Orochi.
Handshake. That's a new one for Orochi, but yes, I'll shake on that too. Well, there's no music. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Caden.
This is a
That-
silent support.
That's the last of the odd jobs I need you for.
Ha! My debt to you is repaid, right? Somehow I thought the jobs would be odder. You know, knowing you, Orochi.
They could have been, but I like you too much to ask your help with such things. Honestly, the image of you knee-deep in cats.
Right.
We just replace that word with a different word. I think that was repayment enough. I'll get a chuckle out of that for years.
I'm glad you thought it was funny. I was miserable. Hey, did you give me an extra strong talisman just to toy with me?
Why ever would Orochi do that?
You being straight with me? That cat mint was sure strong.
Catnip, Caden. It's a powerful herb, no matter how you use it.
She already explained this to him.
She did, but it's Caden. You've never heard of it, eh? Maybe it doesn't grow where you're from.
Nope. Never. And I hope I never come close to that stuff again. Although, I'm glad you got such a kick out of all that. Maybe I would next time too. I didn't read that very well.
It's Caden, it's fine. You do look at the bright side of life, don't you? I'd be glad to lend you the talisman if you'd like to play with the cats again.
Is that why you have it? You like to play with cats?
Oh yes, Orochi is definitely a cat lover. I'm cautious not to overuse it. I want them to love me, not just the catnip. Like, I'm telling you, the support was written with a different word in there in the beginning, and then they just changed it before the game went out.
How smart you are, Orochi. You keep your talisman. I'd prefer to make friends with all of those little kitties on my own.
I think you'll do just fine. You have a particular charm, Caden.
Hey, thanks. You do too.
I'm just saying, the way it was phrased, I feel like we started this thinking Silas was going to be the safe support, and then it ended up really kind of being Caden. Like, most of Caden's were decent, I think. Like, most of his A supports.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of... I don't know, he's just kind of a pure boy.
He's just chill. Azama, how did you enjoy the meal I made the other day?
I'm still in shock, but I have to admit that it was excellent. From the moment I took my first bite, I was in heaven. The rich collection of spices and herbs was unlike anything I've ever tasted. It was like there was a savory miracle right in my mouth.
Joke's on him. That was Taco Bell.
Oh, now you're gonna bark. Sheesh. I've never had a meal that made me feel so gobsmacked before.
Oh, thank you.
Have you kept your talents obscured for so long? Have you been a visionary chef all along and I just didn't notice it? If you cooked like this every time, I wouldn't have given you such a hard time.
You asked me to cook a dish that only a master chef could. So I had to get creative. Maybe there is a culinary guru within me.
It's raw!
That's what I was thinking too. He's just screaming, "It's fucking raw!"
There's a lot of things that Azama does not have, and Gordon Ramsay's charisma is one of them.
Yeah.
That's a fascinating theory, but let's hold off on calling you a guru just yet.
Wow.
Tell me step by step how you came up with this alarmingly delicious meal.
Normally, I'd try to figure out which flavors I wanted to stand out the most. Or how I could combine plates to please every unique palate.
But that would require a lot of thinking. How bizarre.
After your request yesterday, I realized that I had to change up my process. For once, I wasn't going to think so much. I wanted to be in a serene mindset. Like monks when they meditate. After a while, I reached a Zen state. It was like I'd achieved nirvana. The band, not the place.
Okay, let me get this straight. You worked hard to think even less than usual. And decided that it was a good idea to cook that way for everyone here. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. That's how I made the meal.
To think that my sarcastic remark brought about such a culinary miracle.
Of course he takes
Amazing.
credit.
As you know, I meditate every day.
It doesn't seem to help you.
And it's true that freeing yourself from thought can be an enlightening experience. Perhaps you tapped into a preternatural gift you didn't know existed. Either way, I'm just pleased that I got to enjoy such a delicious meal.
I didn't think meditation was about the absence of thought. Meditation is about observing the thought, isn't it?
You think he does it right?
Oh, well, I'm just...
He
Also,
doesn't
it sounds-
meditate at all. All he does is try to come up with new ways to annoy everyone.
Well, he's good at that. It sounds to me like Setsuna was just in a flow state, which is just kind of a creative state that you can get into where time doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that is. Setsuna, I demand that you never think again when you cook in the future. Please, I beg you.
Okay, if you insist. Well, that's gonna go well. Setsuna achieves enlightenment before Azama. Perfect. It's him with the Taco Bell emote. Taco Bell at least finally brought back the volcano menu. Look, I'm not dissing Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. Kaden is a good bean. Kaden is a good bean. He's just real chill.
I don't like everything on Taco Bell's menu. I mean, they do have some stuff that's good. It's just, I wish the service was better.
We have terrible luck with Taco Bell. But I will still dunk on Taco Bell, even if I do like their food.
Oh, yeah. They do deserve it. Setsuna.
Hello, Hayato. Do you need something?
I was wondering, I understand now that your humming can be useful, but oh my god, so I was just watching the VOD today of the one where you did that because it cut you out. Discord like totally cut you out when you did the Setsuna humming.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to hear it through the VOD and it freaked me out again.
You're welcome.
Because I heard it live the very last time that you did it.
Mm.
And I got to hear all the other times, and somebody said in the chat, oh my god, it was like Kita microwave ASMR.
Unnerving ASMR. Have you ever wanted to feel both relaxed and stressed at the same time? Well, I have the sound for you.
It still makes me uneasy. Do you think you could limit how often you do it?
Oh,
So
well,
he
it seems
doesn't
Hayato
know how to
agrees.
feel either.
Yeah. Aw, does my humming scare you?
No, I'm not scared.
If you say so. But you know that people just sometimes hum without thinking, right?
Maybe you could try a happy tune instead. One that doesn't give me goosebumps.
Happy. Okay, I'll try. How about this?
Oh, this is completely different from that other tune. It's really quite good. Wow, Setsuna, I didn't know someone could hum so well.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm really not thinking too hard about it while I hum. And anyway, it's nothing compared to Lady Azura's songs. Songs? She has one song.
One hit wonder Azura. You couldn't compare yourself to her. You shouldn't compare yourself to her. Her singing is a special case all its own.
That completely changed the,
Yeah.
the meaning of that sentence. She was referring to the remixes. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The song featuring Corny. The song featuring Tsubaki. It's just a
Oh,
different
God.
artist every time.
You really want Corny to be featured?
I think I do. I do want to hear Corny try to sing that song with Azura. Because I want to see Azura go from like, yeah, sure, that's fine, to, oh no, this was a bad idea. I'm just curious how that humming was so different from your other tune.
I don't think it has anything to do with my skill. I have to admit, though, I really like the song that calls the animals better. I'm sure you'll get used to it eventually. Maybe you'll even come to like it. You know, I feel like humming it again right now.
I guess I can't stop you, but still.
Thank you for your permission, Hayato.
Now my goosebumps have goosebumps. Ugh. I don't know if I can actually get used to hearing this.
Imagine going from that to, okay, let's get married.
I can't.
Did you say I can't?
Yep, I can't.
Hey, Kaden. Thank you.
What? What are you talking about, Setsuna?
Just that I noticed each time we've gone out hunting, I've never gotten trapped. I wanted to show my appreciation to you for keeping me safe.
Oh, that. There was no problem at all. In fact, you've reminded me that I was meaning to thank you, too.
Why would you need to thank me?
Obviously, because you've been so great at bringing down the animals we hunt.
You've been so great at bringing down the house with that humming.
You've been so great at topping the charts. I don't know anyone as accurate as you are with that bow and arrow.
Fuck Takumi, I guess.
Hey! You're way better than Prince Takumi. Without you, it would have been a lot harder to bring in so much food.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm glad that I've made you happy.
Here, I thought I'd have to pay you back for being so helpful, but it sounds like we're equal, huh?
Yeah, we've made it really easy for each other. How nice.
Since we're even, would you like to keep hunting with me? It seems like we make really great hunting partners.
Hunting partners. I like the sound of that. Where did you hear it?
Nowhere. I just thought of it this minute. I'm pretty great at coming up with names.
Oh, look. There's some kind of rare bird flying over there.
Hey, you're ignoring me again. Nah, forget it. I can't be mad at rare bird sighting. Setsuna, I'm looking forward to more hunting trips with you in the future. I'm counting on your archery skills.
Okay. And I'm counting on you to keep me out of traps. I thought she was gonna be like, look, a rare bird, let's kill it.
Let's kill it.
I mean... Okay, I feel like most of these are probably just Felicia. There might be a couple between them, but most of these are gonna be Felicia's.
Oops, all Felicia.
Oops, all Felicia.
Jacob. Jacob!
Jacob.
Jacob! Jacob!
What's with all the noise, Felicia?
Side note, if you ever watched the Monster Factory of Mass Effect, where they make a character named Truck Shepard, you should. Jacob!
I, made you some tea to try. Here.
This is your doing.
Indeed, all by myself. Stop stalling and try a sip before it cools down.
If you insist.
Well, what do you think?
It's surprisingly good.
Ah, I knew it. I knew I could do it.
I don't know what to say. I did not think you even remotely capable of this.
Thanks, Jacob.
I'm just as surprised as you are.
Seconds, please.
What? I'm sorry, Jacob. I don't think I quite heard you correctly there.
I would like a second cup, please.
Of course. Oh, but I only made that one cup. I'll have to make more. Please give me a little time.
What if he's like, I hate this, you failed?
Almost done.
You're taking so long. I could have done several things in this amount of time.
My apologies. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. It's all thanks to you that I can do this. You never gave up and kept guiding me in the right direction.
Yeah, and you were an asshole the whole way.
I really am grateful to you.
Okay, you're welcome. Whatever, pour the tea.
Oh, of course. Here you go. Drink up.
Well,
Oh, jeez. Ew, that's awful.
What? But how?
Apparently, the tea you created before was merely a fluke.
Aw.
You clearly need training. Clearly, I am going to have to be even stricter.
is it really bad or is he just saying that? Because,
I don't know, he said a lot of out of character stuff.
well, it kind of seems like he's like, I'm just gonna
He's
have
going
to
too
be
hard on it.
stricter with you.
I suppose so.
Well,
that was dumb.
Yeah, like I'm trying to. Was that a fetish? Like, or was it really just bad? Also, what a terrible ending. It's just like, well, Felicia, you tried and you fucking failed. You fucking failure. Like, this poor woman.
Now I just need to bring it to a simmer. Oh, but first, a pinch of salt.
That is the sugar.
Ah! Kaze!
Good evening, Felicia. always remember to double-check your seasonings.
Yes, of course. But while you're here, I was hoping you could tell me something. The other day you were just about to tell me why you were helping me, but stopped. What were you going to say?
Ah, you remember that.
Of course I do. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. It's been causing me to mess up my chores even more than usual.
Even more? And that is a problem. Very well, but I want you to promise me something. You must never tell Lady Corny what I am about to disclose.
Lady Corny? Okay then, I promise.
The truth is... Lady Corny asked me to look after you.
What? So then, she really doesn't trust me, does she?
Well, I wouldn't put it like that. Lady Corny cherishes you. I think that's why she came to talk to me. She just wanted to make sure you were okay.
I guess you're right. It's just... I only wanted to be helpful, but it turns out I'm just a burden on the both of you.
No, you're a valuable part of the army, Felicia. You shouldn't feel like a burden. And that's what friends are for, so please don't beat yourself up too much over it.
Okay, thank you, Kaze. You always know what to say.
It's no problem.
So, does this mean we're friends? You're not just helping because you have to?
Of course. I said so from the beginning. I enjoy helping you.
That's great. I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Well, at least someone was nice to her. Corny just doesn't want to deal with her. I mean, that sounds likely.
Of course it's Kaze.
Yeah. My question is, though, if the tea ended up being a fluke, does that mean the sandwich that she made for Ryoma was also a fluke? So
Maybe
in their
Setsuna made the sandwich.
Oh. So I was going to say, in the S support, is it going to be like, oh, this sandwich sucks. But we're already engaged.
Ah, good morning, Tsubaki.
You seem to be in an awfully good mood today, Felicia.
How could you tell?
Your big smile, of course. It's obvious. So what's going on?
Remember when you helped me with the cooking the other day? Well, everyone has been complimenting me on the meal I made. They kept saying that I've grown to be a much better cook lately.
Really? Is that right?
No one's ever really complimented me on my cooking before. I feel so flattered.
Except when Ryoma did. A few minutes ago.
Well,
Hour, 2 hours. Some time ago.
I think that's because I was the one who prepared dinner.
Wow.
While I was preparing everything, you tripped and poured flour on my head. Then I burned my arm, protecting you from the hot oil you knocked off the stove. It was a pretty rough night.
I'm sorry, Tsubaki. Were you saying something just now?
But she just, like, deleted what he said?
No, nothing at all. I'm happy to hear that everyone enjoyed the big meal, Felicia.
Oh, thank you. You should help me out again when it's my turn. You should help me out when it's my turn to cook again.
No, please spare me that fate.
Tsubaki, wait! Why did he run away?
What the Their marriage would be built on lies.
Oh.
Joker, nope. Just nope. Even her support with Ryoma was better. Like, much better.
Yeah.
What is this music?
This is a jaunty new tune.
We're going to the Ren Fair.
Felicia, I've done a lot of thinking since the last time we spoke. I think I may have hit upon something I can do to earn your forgiveness.
It's the Norian music? Is it because of Silas? Or I guess it could also be because of her.
Shouldn't the Norian music be an ice cream truck?
Mayor Dewey. It's just King Garon.
Dewey.
King Garon. I feel like we don't hear it that often though. This song.
I don't remember this one.
I think we've heard it before, just not often.
You really don't have to, but if you insist.
Why don't I give you some pointers on how to make fewer mistakes?
Just in life?
How does that sound to you?
Fewer mistakes. You think that's possible? Oh, I'd do anything. I've been a klutz since I was a child. I'd given up hope on ever getting better.
Never give up hope, Felicia. It's only then that you really fail.
I see. Well, I'd like to hear your idea.
Right. I'm sure this will help you improve. First, I want you to serve me some tea. But when you do, imagine that I'm on the brink of death.
What?
I've taken grave wounds in battle, and I'm about to breathe my last.
What?
That's the picture you need to have in your head when you bring me my tea. If that's your mindset, I guarantee that you won't spill a drop.
Counter argument. Wouldn't it also mean that it doesn't matter because you're going to die anyway, so it's not like you're going to remember if she spills the tea? I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the stakes might actually be lower.
I don't think you need tea in that moment. You need a surgeon. Brought you milk of the puppy. Well, would you like to try?
I think I understand. I'll try it, at any rate.
I can see a light.
Oh my god.
If only I could have had one last cup of tea before the end.
Is that what your last wish would be if you were dying, chat? Just a cup of tea? Also, presumably he'd be lying down, so it'd be kind of hard for him to drink the tea unless he is propped up, which I guess he could be. She should stab him to make him more real. Yeah, she's like, your performance is terrible. I really need you to be injured for this. I'd imagine it just adds more stress to her. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think this is a good idea.
I'll fetch it right away. Oh dear, this is so nerve-wracking. But I can't flub this. I have to do it for Silas before he dies. Pour the tea. Check. Silas's vital signs. Add sugar. Make sure he's comfortable. Oh my. I did it!
Great work, Felicia. I knew you could do it if you tried. Focus on how you're feeling now. Keep that close at hand.
I've got it. Thank you. That puts an end to this silly talk about you forgiving yourself, I hope.
Well, given that I did you a good turn, it should forgive my rudeness. Or so I think. What about you?
I told you that you were forgiven days ago.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? So it all turned out well in the end. What the?
I'm glad that you also are confused. Yeah, and Silas is probably gonna die from the tea. Man, what a way to just raise her cortisol levels.
Yeah, like, have you tried trauma?
Think Silas just wanted to act. He's totally a theater kid. He is a theater kid.
Felicia, I was thinking about your situation, and
Not this again. If you're about to ask me to quit being a maid to train as a ninja, you can save it.
Where can't she be both? Like a ninja maid? How cool would that be? He keeps things tidy, but in the shadows. Quietly. You never know she's cleaning.
it's what she does in the shadows. What is it that keeps you tied to this work? Blackmail? Extortion? Does someone have some sort of leverage over you, forcing you to be a maid?
What a ridiculous conclusion to jump to. Ugh, Saizo, you're the worst.
No, that's not a kink too. What are you talking about? I meant no offense.
You have some strange ideas about the relationship between master and servant. I think it's more than what you assume it to be. Lady Corny and the others have been like a family to me. They put up with me even when I am a teensy bit scatterbrained. They'll keep me in the fold forever because we have an understanding.
I hadn't considered this. I'll grant that there should be a strong trust between a master and a servant. Hey, chicka bum bum.
We know that Saizo might have a little thing for Ryoma. It's not gonna work out, but...
I should try harder to cement that trust with Lord Ryoma. Thank you, Felicia. You've taught me something valuable.
No problem. I'm just happy you finally understand.
Now I'm gonna go off to fondle Ryoma.
Jesus. Felicia, watch out! The pot is boiling over. Hustle and turn off the heat.
Okay, got it.
We need more trays. Grab some from that back shelf.
Got it.
When you have time later, go and inspect the stockroom, okay? We need to do an inventory of all the sundry goods, too.
Azama has become a maid on the grind?
The head maid.
There's so much to do. I feel like my head is spinning.
How can you possibly complain? This is an average amount of work. Any true maid has to be able to keep up with this pace.
You're right. Oh, Azama, guess what? Everyone was praising me yesterday.
Really? Is that so?
Yeah. They've been saying that I keep getting better and better at doing chores. They say I've been making fewer mistakes, so things have gone more smoothly. It's all thanks to you helping me out.
Wait a minute. No!
What happened? Are you okay?
What have I been doing this whole time? At first, I just wanted to understand your duties. Then I critiqued your performance. And now here I am, all but doing your job for you. I didn't realize how much I was pitching in.
You really have. It's almost like you've become my assistant or something.
I just don't feel like my usual self. What's happening to me? It's like my personality is dissolving minute by minute.
Oh, this might have to be an OTP, you guys.
Is that so bad? Who knows? Maybe people will start calling you a nice person next.
It's the maidification process. It is overwhelming and unstoppable. Oh, that would be something. I guess this isn't the worst thing in the world. Being a maid is tough work, but it's actually pretty rewarding.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, she might make him a better person. I think
That, I don't know.
we need to consider it. I think she's helping him improve.
That one's an unforeseen contender. I didn't expect that. But it does deserve consideration.
It's his only shot at improvement. He's becoming a better person against his will. He is. And even at the end, he admitted that the work she does is difficult. So like he didn't go back on it, which is what I thought they were going to do. You know, when he realized like, "What? I'm doing all your work." I thought he was going to then like turn and just be mean.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't.
I don't know. Even chat split. Some people were saying it was surprisingly good, and some are saying absolutely not, but
I think that was good for Azama.
It deserves consideration.
You're okay with them as friends, nothing more. Joker, who would you put with him though? Like that's the other thing is like that might be the best option.
You dipped before the support. What'd you miss? A surprisingly good support out of nowhere between Felicia and Azama, who's discovering that being a maid might actually be his calling in life. And I don't know. I'm presenting it for consideration for the jury.
Yep, I would have to agree. That's the thing. I don't want him with anyone. He's shit and not ready for a relationship, Joker. I hear you. I do. I hear you. But this is about being a completionist in terms of supports. And unfortunately, Azama has a child. So it's a decision we're going to have to make.
We do have to admit sometimes that it's just gameplay.
Yeah.
It is not an ideal relationship by any measure, but it's gameplay.
And for Azama was pretty good.
Good morning, Hayato. How did you sleep with that blanket I loaned you?
Hello, Felicia. That blanket was something else.
Something else? What do you mean?
The second I pulled it over me, I was sound asleep. It was amazing.
Is it a weighted blanket?
I was going to say it was a weighted blanket.
Wow, really? How wonderful.
With this blanket at the ready, I'm sure to sleep soundly every single night. I wish the army gave these away instead of those itchy wool ones.
That would be ideal, but the one I loaned you is made from special material. It's very rare.
It's made of people.
Yikes.
Could you imagine if he's like, "Oh, what's it made of?" She's like, "Human skin." And you're like, "Oh, okay."
Ew.
You're welcome.
Just out of nowhere, this demonic voice. Human skin.
That was Ryoma's voice.
Oh, what have I done? It was very thoughtful of you to let me use something so precious. Thanks, Felicia.
You're welcome. I really wanted to help you enjoy a restful night. It seems only natural to help your friends when they're in need. But that wasn't the only reason.
What do you mean exactly?
The truth is, I've always wanted to have a younger sibling.
Oh, this is approaching cursed. Very quickly.
Just took a left turn into cursed.
It sure did. There's no guardrail. Sorry, there was a small spider on my computer screen
Lol.
that I needed to get rid of.
Looking after you was almost like being a big sister.
What? You really think of me as your younger brother?
I do. If you have a problem from now on, come to me. I'll do anything I can to help.
No, I'll take care of my own problems, thank you. Like I would ever want to be treated like some dumb little kid.
How can you say that? What's wrong with me trying to dote on you? I just wanted to make life easier for you.
Who says I want things to be easier? I'm a grown-up after all.
Hayato, did I upset you?
No, I'm grateful for all your help. I should probably go.
You're welcome. See you later.
Oh, what? Their S support gonna be like, you want to share this blanket?
That made no sense, and I didn't like it. What the hell?
Quote
He gets so
of
upset
this-
because he...
Quote of the playthrough. That made no sense. I did not like it.
He like gets all offended. He's like, I didn't need help. Who said I wanted things to be easier? Oh, actually, I really did appreciate your help. Thanks, bye.
Don't
What?
talk to me like I'm your little brother. Let's get married.
Man, I always get brother zoned.
Ryuma's like, me too.
Me too. That's the best place to be.
Yeah, she's been hanging out with Ryuma too much, I think.
Hinata,
Hayasa's just like... It's like, I don't mean it like you do, you pervert.
hey, Hinata.
Hey there, Felicia. You look pretty happy.
That's because I am. After you and I finished our sculptures yesterday, Lady Corny came by and praised them.
Wow, that looks like a great sculpture. Can you imagine her
It's just
praising
a
us?
block of ice.
Yeah.
And Felicia's like, I haven't started yet.
It's a rectangle.
Great job. That's great.
It made me so happy. Up until now, I didn't think my power could bring happiness.
You really need to watch Frozen, girl.
Really? But your powers are amazing, and you're skilled at ice carving too.
Thanks. I've actually been practicing a lot in my free time. I can't wait to see what I make next.
It's a giant ice dick. Corny's like, whoa! That's a big carrot, if you know what I'm saying.
It's like taller than Felicia. Kaze's very offended.
I call it Richard.
This is obscene. Get it out of my sight.
Yeah, Kaze would be very upset.
Oh my god. It seems like sculpting has really helped you, Felicia. You were just doing it to cheer up before, but now it seems like you've taken to it. Saizo's just happy it's not in his ass. Oh, that it's not his ass. That she didn't sculpt his ass. Wow, I got... I mistook your meaning.
Iko, no. I mean, Saizo might be happy about that. It would be very cold. Did you say this?
No.
Okay. I was
No,
distracted.
actually, I couldn't hear anything for a while you cackled up there. I could hear it from downstairs.
Well. Sorry.
When this war is over, you should open up a show of all your sculptures. I'm sure everyone would love to see a display of all the things you create.
You really think it's something people would enjoy?
I'm sure it is. Lady Corny can't be the only person in camp with good taste.
Oh.
Isn't it exciting to think about?
You know, you're right. It is neat to imagine doing that. I look forward to that day, and I have you to thank for that, Hinata.
What do you mean? Your sculpting talent is all thanks to your powers.
True, but it's because of you that I started sculpting in the first place.
I hate this now. I know, it kind of changed the support, didn't it?
Really? Well, then you wouldn't mind competing some more. I still think I can carve something amazing. Even you'll be impressed.
Let's do it.
That went places.
Oh, the laundry's done, and I haven't dropped a single sock.
I wish he showed up and there was just a sock on his face. Is that Felicia over there?
Next up are the groceries. Then I'll clean up Corny's room.
Good luck with that.
I almost forgot. I still have to sweep the hallway. Busy, busy, busy.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Takumi, you scared me. What are you doing sneaking up on me like that?
I thought I'd check in on you. We both know you could use some supervision. Fucking rude.
Well, if you think I'm so incompetent, why don't you help?
Do I look like a maid to you? Do I look like a Zama?
You are so rude. I hope you didn't hear me talking to myself.
I sure did, along with some really off-key humming.
You're full of insults today, aren't you? Now if you'll excuse me.
He's just one of those guys that turns into a bitch when he gets sick. He's just mean to everyone.
I don't know. Takumi has bitch tendencies even when he's healthy.
He's bitch tendencies. Felicia, wait. For someone who's so clumsy, you sure are doing a lot.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
What the fuck, man? Yes. I know you've been taking on extra work to help the troops. You get up early to make breakfast, and you work long after everyone's gone to bed.
This would be even more awkward if Flora died for him to get his medicine last chapter. Yes, it would.
Oh. That would be harsh. I was giving you a hard time, but the truth is, I know you're a hard worker.
You do?
Do you? Yeah, we're on the same team. It's just like that song by Lord. I want you to know you can come to me for help.
Wow, Lord Takumi, thank you so much.
There's just one other thing.
Their relationship kind of sucks. I feel like he's the type of guy that's just like a dick, makes her cry, and then like gives her a flower and is like, well, all is forgiven. I can just keep doing this. Like, he gives those vibes.
What's that?
I don't want to hear any long-winded stories about the Ice Tribe village again.
Wow. What the fuck?
What?
I don't want to hear about
fuck,
your
man?
hometown. Fuck you. What the hell is that?
Where did that even come from?
Azama's support with Felicia is much better than that. Like, we all have to admit that.
Go throw
Like,
yourself out the window, man. Wow.
Go die from your illness. Felicia and Mosey need to pack up and make their own village. They should. They really should. It's sad that his Mozu support was way better. It was. That's just uncalled for. Unnecessary, Takumi. And like sometimes he's fine and he's just kind of kid brother annoying where you're like, okay. But then sometimes he can be really mean. And for what?
It's so hard to say goodbye sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. But our kitty friend was all healed up. You know we couldn't take him with us. The army's no place for a kitty.
I know. I suppose I should just be glad we found him a good home.
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted, though. I guess that's that.
Not quite. There's one more thing I wanted to know.
Huh?
Do you remember the other day when I was petting him and you got really quiet? What happened then? It's been eating at me ever since.
What? No, I don't remember that at all. How weird. Did something happen?
Don't play dumb with me. You were acting strange and you know it.
Okay. Well, the truth is I was jealous.
You were jealous? Of what?
She was petting the cat, not him.
Oh, yeah, 100% that. I think we called that when that was happening.
Yeah, we did. Go us.
Yay.
I was jealous of the kitty. You were complimenting his fur and petting him so much. It made me feel bad.
What?
I mean, I spend so much time grooming every day, but you never compliment me.
What are the implications of that? Does he just mean grooming as in brushing, or does he mean like licking his butt? Those are two very different.
Doing the cat leg thing.
Yeah, like is that what he's doing? Well, this is weird. What game's here?
That would be rather unattractive in a partner, I have to say.
Yeah, if you were flexible enough to lick your own butt and you did it in front of me, I would probably ask you politely to stop. If you wanted to continue licking your butt, you could do so, maybe not in the living room.
Can you not do that in the living room? These are the realities of dating a furry. But
Thank you, Umbreons, for that.
Oh, no! No. But I could.
What?
I'm just laughing. I'm done. But I couldn't say anything while he was right there looking all adorable and stuff. It would have just felt petty. So I sulked instead.
You mean you?
Ugh. You're terrible, Felicia. I bare my soul to you and you just laugh.
Bare my ass to you. My face hurts from emoting so much, Umbreon. What a strange complaint. What?
What a strange complaint.
I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that to be why you looked so upset. You're adorable, Caden.
Come on, don't call me that. Make it sound like I'm a big baby. Sir. If you're gonna compliment me, you should call me rugged and handsome or something.
Oh, and now your tail is wagging. You couldn't be cuter, could you?
I don't know how to feel about this, but I guess a compliment's a compliment. Okay, go on then. Praise me. More.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. Well done. So it looks like yours are left.
Yay. What, ones where I'm talking to myself?
Correct.
Yay.
Yay! Be excited. It's your chance to perform.
My face hurts from emoting so much. Brother, I wanted to pick up where we left off when we spoke last. The past is the past, Kaze. Leave those old wounds to mend or fester as they will. Oh, that's healthy. That's not what I meant. I didn't come to prolong your suffering, but to apologize for it. Why? You had no hand in it. Not so. For as long as I can remember, you've been bent on avenging our father. Tuh. Even after everyone else in our clan gave up hope, you carried on alone. You didn't have your brother's help either. I'm no better than the rest. I didn't ask and didn't expect it. You are blameless. The shame is mine. In some sense, yes. The scar over your eye is a mark of shame, true enough. Wow, rude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
But it is not a mark of your shame alone. All of us in I almost said Ignacio. I'm like, this is not right.
Not correct.
All of us in Igasato have a share of guilt to claim as well. Kaze, I'm speechless. When I said I came to apologize, it was for forcing you to carry this burden alone for so long. But all of us of Igasato will make amends. We vow to be Saizo the Fifth's eye. You honor me, brother. I'll gladly take your support in any mission we undertake.
Just being bros. Bros being bros.
Yeah, I don't know. I expected that to be ridiculous, and it made me feel things instead. And now this guy. Hello there, Saizo. How are you feeling? Did you have a nice heart-to-heart with your brother? Have you recovered from our duel yet? For the most part. It's too bad Corny stopped us. I'm impressed how fast Lady Corny noticed we were using real weapons.
She dumb. I'm surprised.
It happened right after I took your arm off. Yes, though it did prevent us from declaring a decisive winner. It does, Umbreons. I think in the end it came down to a contest of wills. And on that front, we're pretty evenly matched, wouldn't you say? Yes. At least I got to look at your skills for myself. Indeed. And it's comforting in a way to know how strong you truly are. Keep using that strength of yours to protect Lady Sakura. And I will do the same for Lord Ryoma. Excellent. I look forward to fighting alongside you on the battlefield, Saizo. I'll see you there. Lord Ryoma, when you said I could tell you about any concerns I had. Has something come up? One minor thing. Maybe. Name it. As I said before, I'll do anything in my power to address it. Then I'll be frank. I think you're getting a little too close to your sisters.
Kind of
I want
fucked
you
up,
to.
man.
I want you to do whatever you deem necessary without worrying about me. Is there something you believe you can't discuss with me, Saizo? Not quite. You said before that you don't think I'm paid properly. But from my perspective, I'm very well compensated.
Is that what we're calling it?
Heh. Really? It's not easy to make ends meet on a military salary. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. I'm rich. Haha. I pay your salary, bitch. What? I'm not talking about the financial end of things. But what else could you be referring to? My heart.
Oh?
Certainly, a ninja's work is not easy, and never pretty. I think that's what gives you pause. Though as prince, you needn't give it a thought if you don't want to. But it's normal to consider the well-being of my subjects, especially my retainers. You call it normal, but it is not common. The great ninja who have borne the Saizo name passed into legend.
Saizo, Billy.
Samurai boast that they will die for a truly honorable master, and so too will a ninja. To know ourselves and to serve a master who knows us is our greatest calling. For your part, simply continue to walk the path you have chosen. I find no greater joy than to help you. I don't understand this phrase, but I find
He's-
no greater joy than to help you down it from the shadows.
Like, I guess walk down the path?
Oh, to help you down it.
Yeah.
Okay. Saizo. Very well. I shall take your wishes to heart. Your reward for your service shall be that I walk a path that meets your expectations. Is that sufficient? Yes. I am blessed to be able to serve you.
To another set of roommates? Yeah. They certainly sounded like roommates to me. Unrequited love? Stop with your sisters and pay attention to me, Ryoma.
Jacob, wait up. Ah, if it isn't Silas, the do-gooder. Thanks for your advice the other day. The soldier I was talking to ended up going back home. I don't need a debriefing on this. It's none of my concern. You're such a sourpuss. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, it's just that you keep calling me a do-gooder. And it turns out you're not such a bad guy yourself. Excuse me? Just take the other day, for instance. I asked you to listen to a problem of mine, and you gave me some advice on it. I have to say, it was a huge weight off my shoulders. I really owe you. Then repay me at once. Sorry, what? I demand you repay the time I wasted listening to your drivel. Me a do-gooder? It's absurd. It's slander. Xander slander. I won't
the
stand
best
for
kind.
it. You will restore that time to me at once.
Oh, it's even funnier because we have a character named Xander here.
Just how do you suggest I give you back time? There you go again, expecting me to solve your problems. Reprehensible. I'll be collecting each and every second from you before long. All right already. I take back what I said about you being a do-gooder. You're as cold as the wind off the northern fortress tower. So long as we understand each other. That way I won't get caught up in dealing with other people's tedious problems. This is ridiculous. How far are you willing to go to hide your embarrassment? Are you still here? Not for long.
What?
Okay then.
Why can they be besties? Why does the A plus exist for them?
You can come out, Kaze. I know you're there. It was the bell, wasn't it?
Ring.
Well spotted. I knew it. Why can't you let the matter drop? We're even. People are starting to notice what's going on, you know. They think I'm haunted. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to become a problem. I'm not mad. I know what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. I hate feeling like I owe people, too. I'd give anything to square a debt, even my life. So I kind of know where you're coming from on this. I had no idea. Silas, get down! Huh? Ha!
Well. Gah. Ooh.
Were you hurt? A faceless? Here? That was close. Thanks, Kaze. Hey, you saved me this time. Don't mention it. I'm only glad that it didn't get to you. You've certainly repaid the favor for now. Actually, I might owe you. I'm glad to hear that. Although I feel a bit empty, knowing I have nothing left to repay you for. Well, if that's your only problem, why don't we get together without all this favor business dragging us down? Something tells me it'll be freeing for both of us. Do you mean that? One thing, though, wear heavier boots when you do. It gives me the willies when you creep up behind me like a ghost. I understand. I'll try and give you more warning from now on. Good, do that. And you're all right in my book.
Who's Corny ending up with? Don't know. Haven't seen the S supports yet. Could be anyone.
Prince Ryoma. What is it, Silas?
I forgot these two had supports together.
Yeah, I don't remember them.
Nope.
I believe I've seen your face in here more than usual these last few days. Well, Ryoma remembers. It's because of your knack for providing excellent counsel, Prince. But I'm here today about something else entirely. Let's have it then. It's time you learned about the climate change hoax. It's a serious favor I've come to ask. Would you swear the warrior's oath with me?
Is he proposing?
The warrior's oath? I'm not familiar with that. It's a ritual in Nor. We draw each other's weapons and make a shallow cut.
Then why would you assume he would know that? Also, are they gonna like do the like blood thing where they like put their hands together?
Yeah, I bet. Yep.
That's not good. And then we kiss, Rebel.
Then we hold the wounds together as we recite an oath of loyalty.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
I know that I've already given my word to fight for you, but I'd like to formalize it with something more meaningful to me. This seems sketchy. I deeply respect the code you live by, Prince Ryoma. It occurred to me that if I swore an oath to such a man, it would give me strength. I'm honored, Silas. I accept your request.
I don't know. Ryoma really cares about his bloodline. I don't think he would be offering to do this with Silas. Maybe his sisters, but
Really? Yes. I too have been moved many times by your performance on the battlefield. I respect what a diligent effort you've put in on our behalf. A compliment from Prince Ryoma. I've gotten more than I came for.
how is this more romantic than a lot of the other A supports we've seen? I mean, aside
It
from the blood
is.
stuff. But like, is this another they were roommates? Is that what this is?
It's the simple truth. That's why I'm willing to swear this oath of yours. Thank you.
Oh, they're gonna just okay.
And that's it. The warrior's oath.
Uh-oh.
It's an interesting approach to a lasting ritual of allegiance.
What if this actually did mean like that's how they got married in Nor? And then Silas is like, actually, we just had a wedding. We're
It's like
legally
a series
married
of
now.
unfortunate events. It was a real wedding. Ha ha! The fortune is mine. It really is. When allies trust and respect each other, they become unstoppable. Indeed. Once again, I'm honored to count you as a friend, Silas. The honor's all mine, Prince. I look forward to continuing the fight alongside you. As do I.
This is just a Silas fever dream from his sickness in the Sakura support. Ryoma has many roommates. He's interested in none of them, only his sisters. Oh, God.
Blech. So I have a
L-
question.
Lucy. The word choice. Yes.
Oh, the word choice. How many of these are left? A lot. A lot.
I don't. They're all kind of with each other. So like Jacob has 1. Ryoma has 1. So
Was your goal to get through all of these today?
if possible.
All right, we'll keep going. I hope there's not that many, because I was just gonna say, like, I'm struggling. Like, I'm gulping water at every pause just to keep talking.
Yeah, unfortunately, there were several times when, like, if you would walk away and then it was just me, so I got some of mine done while you
Yeah.
did that, and now, like, all of these are left.
Hello, Jacob. Will you be able to help me with my training again?
Oh yeah, he
Of
almost
course,
killed him
Prince Takumi.
last time.
Though I may not enjoy it, I cannot risk you telling Lady Corny anything negative. At least I know how you feel about helping, then. I have to ask, though, don't you think you have practiced enough already? What do you mean? You're known to be one of the best archers ever. Ever. What more do you
Ever.
have to prove? Others may think of me that way, but I'm not satisfied with my skill. I know I can still become stronger, and I know others will recognize me for it. It's approval you seek, then. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? I do, but I abandoned that desire a long, long time ago. I grew up. Hey,
Burn.
what are you trying to say? I apologize, Prince Takumi. I mean that you still have some growing to do. I'm not good at dealing with those younger than myself.
Or anyone, really, Jacob.
Really, anyone who's not corny. I'm not that much younger than you. That may be true, but there is a certain wisdom that comes with age. I do not think you have yet found that wisdom.
Jacob's like 20 years old being like, I am so wise.
Just you wait. I'll prove you're wrong. I look forward to it, Prince Takumi. Okay, enough stalling. I need to burn off this energy with some training. Very well, let's get to it.
Jacob, rude.
What do you say to an accuracy competition instead of regular training? I don't think I'll be able to hold back. Wait, is that what he said? Yeah. Are you ready for me to give it my all? Of course. Bring it on.
Yeah, I feel like Garon's living his best life while this entire army is just like collapsing piece by piece.
Hey, Lord Takumi. Are you ready for the next round of the Hinata showdown? I'm sorry, but I can't make it this time. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. Oh, really? That's a bummer. Guess I'll have to call the whole thing off. What? You can't cancel it. Look, Lord Takumi, I'm only doing this for you. There's no point in knocking the stuffing out of everyone if you can't see it. What do you mean? You're doing this for me? Lately, they've got you running around in circles, all wound up. I thought you could use a little break. So you set up this whole fighting contest for my entertainment? Yeah. I remembered how happy you looked while you were cheering me on last time. Gave it all I had so I could make you proud. Since you couldn't fight, I figured the next best thing was watching me win. That's such a bro attitude. Wow,
Tis.
Hinata. That's surprisingly thoughtful of you. See, I knew it. You loved watching me give those guys a spanking.
Huh.
Well, Hinata, things are different now. I have responsibilities.
Takumi knew what he meant.
Oh, who am I kidding? You know I love watching you slice and dice out there. I'm pretty entertaining, right? Watching you fight the other day was awesome. It took my mind off the war.
What? Watching someone fight took your mind off of war.
Sweet. Wait till you hear about my plans for round 2 of the Hinata Showdown. I'm looking forward to it, and I want to see your best effort, Hinata. You got it.
Lucy, do you have to ask? Of course.
I did it. I finally won a match. Haha, you did. You beat me. Sure, it was only one match. But you've got momentum. At this rate, you may soon surpass me on the battlefield.
I don't think so, Ryomi. You're pretty broken.
OP, please nerf.
Bye, Splinter.
Good night, Splinter. Oh, I can't even say people's names. Really? Well, you don't have to sound so happy about it. Oh, that was supposed to be really? But that would be amazing. This is what I've been training for. Hey, wait a minute. What's wrong? You went easy on me today, didn't you? You were just trying to make me feel better. Oh, is that what you think? Listen, Takumi. You're going to be one of the best soldiers Hoshido has ever seen.
Busted.
I can't afford to take your training lightly. I give you my all every time we practice.
Lie.
You do? Really?
Lie.
Yes. Today you beat me fair and square. Wow! I can't believe it! This win should boost your confidence. Thanks, Ryoma. I'm so happy that I'm getting stronger. But I'm gonna take your advice. I want to keep my options open.
Ryoma's also keeping his options open. Which sister? I'm sorry, it's late.
After the war's over, I plan to study government like you suggested.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Do we want this kid in the government?
Don't do that. That's where souls go to die. I think that's a great idea. Will you promise to help me study? Of course I will. I'm your big brother. It's my job to help you go after your dreams.
Just lying through that whole support. just lying? Okay, so Jacob doesn't actually have one. That's a lie. So I think these are the last couple. Because, yeah, Ryoma's done now. This is an S support, so that doesn't... We're not doing that. Okay.
Greetings, Isama.
Here we go.
Oh, it's these two that are doing it. Oh god, that hurt. Oh, it's you. What is it, Hayato? You look pitiful. How can you call yourself an adult? To be honest, I want to ask a lot of people that question in real life. The look on your miserable face is pathetic. What's wrong with you? You put me through a storm of misery the other day. I can't help feeling depressed. You're the one who started this. Everything that has occurred is your doing. What are you doing here, Hayato? Did you come to try and make me feel worse?
Oh, what is that? A taste of your own medicine?
If so, then congratulations. It's working. Actually, that wasn't my intention at all. I feel like I went too far last time. I feel as though I owe you an apology. Hmm? Well, what's going on? The moment I stepped toward you, I stopped being able to move. You walked right into my trap. This incantation freezes your body while you're near me. What?
Well,
How is that possible?
Maybe they'll destroy each other and that would save me a headache.
Oh no! I can't cast any spells while we're this close together. Don't you worry, you'll only be immobilized for a little while. In fact, I think it will be just enough time to tell you the scariest story I know. Don't do it! Sorry, Hayato. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for this? It's story time.
I think Azama might actually be Jigsaw.
No! Little did he know that the ghost was living in his closet all along. So, how did you enjoy the story? Your stupid ocean and ghost story wasn't even that scary. And I wasn't crying, just so you know.
I think Azama is into psychological torture.
Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you over the sound of sniffling. You're the worst, Azama. Listen, we're even now, okay? Here, take this as a peace offering. Is this chestnut candy?
Why would you ever accept candy after that? After like anything from Azama? I would not be accepting food from this man. Oh, sorry, I accidentally skipped it.
That's
I'm
like
sure it
when
was delightful.
I'm pretty sure it was Robin or somebody, but not Fire Emblem Robin, like Batman Robin, who like shook the Joker's hand and then got electrocuted and paralyzed. Like, you idiot. Why would you ever shake his hand?
That sounds right.
I just wanted to wait until after I pulled my prank, obviously. Is this another one of your tricks? Of course not. It's just a piece of candy. Go right ahead and take it. You can trust me.
Oh my
I
god, Hayato.
Guess since you're offering, I don't want to be rude. Fine, I'll take a piece. Wow, this is delicious. It's so sweet. Does Whittle Hayato like his candy? What did you say? Who, me? Nothing at all. Here, take them. Thanks, Azama.
They're full of laxatives. You will not have me believe that he just gave him Why can they A+? Questions! I have them. Kayata was found dead later that evening. That incantation can literally save lives. Why are you using it like this? I don't think Azama wants to save lives. I think Azama just is fine with everyone dying, honestly. My goodness. Yeah, now they can become besties after that.
Check it out, Hayato. We've nearly made it to the top. Oh yeah, they're climbing trees for apples. This tree's taller than the last one, but I know you can make it. Just a little higher.
I hope he didn't eat that candy before climbing that tree or he's gonna have a problem.
Hey, you made it. Take my hand, Hayato. Whew, that was exhausting. You sure are huffing and puffing, but we're here. Take a look around. Oh, wow, this is amazing. The view is pretty spectacular, right? I wanted you to see this. That's why I asked you to come climb with me. I'm glad you did. Hayato, you didn't just leave the village to become a warrior, right? You wanted to see the world. That's why it was important to show you this. Even though it can be scary, seeing new perspectives is like important.
That's why I love looking in kaleidoscopes.
It changes how we view the world.
Heh, I guess you're right. I had no idea you were so thoughtful, Caden. Thanks for showing me this.
Wow. I don't know if I've ever heard you thank someone before.
Well, that makes him sound like a little shit, doesn't it?
And just when I'm finally ready to be nice to you.
Sorry. I was just surprised. I'll take your thanks to mean that you enjoyed seeing the view.
Listen, if you ever wanted to invite me out here again, I probably wouldn't say no.
I'll keep that in mind. Oh no, we messed up.
What's wrong?
We completely forgot to pick the apples.
Oh my god.
Come to think of it, the trees aren't bearing any fruit yet. So, I guess we couldn't have grabbed even any if we did remember. What was that sentence? It was wrong, that's what it was.
Oh no! What have we done? We spent this whole day climbing trees and playing around like a couple of dumb kids.
Yup, you're right. We've been goofing around for hours. I guess you can't help looking like a kid sometimes, eh, Hayato?
Caden! This is all your fault.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised he didn't just fall out of the tree. I was kind of expecting him to maybe do that. Just fall right out of the tree. Oh, there's a rando in this support. That's fun.
And there you go. I've organized the supply closet by color and subcategorized by alphabetical order.
He read Marie Kondo.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Shibaki. Ooh.
Oh! Oh, hello, Azama. How are you? There's that perfectly amicable greeting you're known for. Yes, there it is. I suppose I can let my guard down with you after what happened the other day. No, you can't. You can never let your guard down with him.
Never.
You already know how calculating I am in every action, just like you. Yes, I am calculating, but I realized that there is one key difference between us. Oh, what's that? Well, you present a carefully crafted image of yourself to others, don't you? By contrast, I couldn't care less what others think of me.
Clearly.
Yes, I suppose that's true. If we just explained that to people, then they'd stop thinking we're alike. That's what I was thinking
What?
too. So I'll
Oh.
just be off to tell them.
Discord, like, stopped for a minute.
Yeah. What? No! You said my secret was safe with you.
You fool.
Oh, I'm just teasing you. That's the other difference between us. I have a sense of humor.
And it sucks.
Ah, right. Ha. There you go. Keep that up and we'll practically be indistinguishable.
You know how Scumdad got more and more done? I feel like everyone with Azama is just like at this point getting more and more done every time they see him.
Ah, there you are, Hinata. Tsubaki, I can't stand to talk about my appearance anymore. I had a feeling you might say that. I guess you just don't have the willpower. You're right, I really don't. Well, I hope you're looking forward to a lifetime of people talking down to you. Here comes that old stink bomb, Hinata. Geez, has he ever even heard of soap? Stop it with your imitations. I hate your little mini plays.
I hate when you make me roleplay with you, Tsubaki.
Listen, it's only a matter of time before people start talking to you that way. Don't give up so easily. Let's try to cover some more basic grooming techniques. Basic stuff, huh?
They could ask Caden.
Yeah, really. Let's take this one step at a time. I understand that this seems overwhelming. All you have to do is change things slowly. That way, it won't feel as daunting while you get used to the new routine. Is that really true? Of course it is. For example, you could start flattening your clothes every few days.
Flattening them,
Flattening.
not ironing? Like,
No,
what do you just,
flattening.
do you just put some books on top of them, or?
That way, you'll have plenty of outfits ready, then won't have to do it every morning. Or you could try and bathe every other day. Ew, man. Once
So
you
how-
get used to these small changes, it won't bother you at all.
How often does Hinata bathe from that sentence?
We don't know. I guess one of the books that Tsubaki read was like Atomic Habits.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
See, if you're unclean, you just have to start by bathing every 3 days. Work your way up to every night. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Thanks for trying to help me, Tsubaki. It's my pleasure. Helping you isn't a total waste of my time.
Dang, he has been hanging out with Azama.
Yeah, he has. Duh, you really have the worst personality. I cover that with my perfectly charming exterior.
This really feels like it was written for Azama. This feels almost a little out of character
Yeah,
for
it is a little out of
Tsubaki.
character.
Like, yeah, he cares about perfection and his own image, but I don't know. That sounds more like something Azama would say.
I feel like I finally understand you. Hinata, that was meant to be a joke. Never mind, let's head into town. Town? But why? We need to pick up some essential items to help maintain your looks. A mirror, camellia oil, a comb.
Camilla oil.
I wrote a... Camilla oil. I wrote a whole list. It's fairly extensive.
Camilla's bathwater.
I changed my mind. This is going to be way too much work. Well, look forward to being teased all the time then. There he is, that old bedhead. He always looks like he just crawled out of a trash heap. All right, fine. Just stop. We can go get all the stuff on your list. But only so that I can make myself look amazing one day and show you up. That'll be the day.
Wow. What? Again, how is that an A+? Well, it's the same man.
Hey, Hinata. I wanted to thank you for taking me out hiking the other day. Thanks to you, I'm feeling back to my old self again.
Which is just you. It's like looking in a mirror.
No problem, buddy. I'm glad to hear it. You got better awfully quick, though. Any particular reason, you think? Well, I think, like, all the exercise you put me through probably helped a bit. But I think the main thing that helped were those berries you gave me. The berries? How? Those are the same berries that grow around my hometown. I'd completely forgotten about them all the time. At the time. But I remembered it later. And it made me feel good knowing I got a little taste of home way out here. It makes it feel like my friends aren't so far away anymore, you know? I see. So that explains it. Yup. And to return the favor, I brought you a whole basket of them. Freshly picked. Want to eat them together? Sure, thanks. Hop, 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 hop. Oh man, these are the best. Right? But I have to admit, the ones back home had a unique color to them. They were even brighter and more beautiful than these.
He accidentally gave him poisoned berries.
Oh no, Nightshade! Ah!
Well, I mean, the character who died from that was Foxface.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that. It's like, yeah, these are good, right?
Exactly like
Falls
that.
over.
Just like how it happened in the Hunger Games.
Once the war is over, I'm gonna go back home and eat. Oh, that's the wrong guy. Once the war is over, I'm gonna go back home and eat everyone I see. Sure you're just not getting homesick again? Huh? Am I? I don't think so. I'm not sad. I just can't wait to go home again. I think you're okay then. Let's do our best to end this war so you can go home as soon as possible. Thanks. But you'll have to come too. We can have like a feast of berries together. Of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world, my friend.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, me. You guys done?
Maintaining any kind of difference between those two is so painful.
Okay, there's one left, and that's
Ugh.
it. And of course,
There's
it's
not one
Azama.
left. There's 3.
No.
Oh, those are A+.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just this one.
We need to talk, Azama.
Caden, what brings you out here? Looking to get tricked again already?
Yeah, very funny. Listen, the truth is that I still think you're pretty remarkable.
Huh? What do you mean?
It was easy for you to read the weather just by looking at the sky, right? I've never seen anyone else do that before.
Really?
I've never seen anyone else think that there's going to be rain when they see clouds.
Yeah,
That's
that sounds made up.
crazy. Clearly, all that training has helped you to become more powerful, right? Which means that you must have actually done super tough training before. Like the waterfall meditation. That was obviously real. You can't fool me.
Caden, wait a minute.
You totally are one of a kind. You can say that again.
Yeah.
After all that hard work, I know you'll hear the Great One's voice someday. All I ask is that you tell me what the voice sounds like when that day comes, okay?
Oh, he's just gonna fuck with you.
Listen, Caden, you're a goofy guy, so I thought it would be fun to tease you, okay? But I realize now that you're exactly the kind of person I can barely stand.
That's how everyone feels about you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
You can't pick up on sarcasm, and now you're earnestly trying to sing my praises. This conversation is making me sick.
I'm sorry to hear that. Would teasing me make you feel better?
I don't think that will help right now, but I can't let things end like this. When you come by next time, I'm going to trick you in a big way. Just wait and see.
That's a first. You're not so bad, Azama.
What?
Laugh it up while you still can. I'm gonna get you, Caden.
You know it'd be a great trick, Azama, if you disappeared.
You better be prepared. Yay! I can't wait.
Okay. If these two have a plus, they need it since they're twins. Hinata and Caden, they do. Caden is too dumb for this world. He sure is. Guys, look at this, though. The A supports. Done! 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 The A supports are done. I know Corny has, like, two or three other, like, characters that she can at least get to an A with. I think there might be one or two that she can get to an S with. But for the most part, like, the characters are done. So we're moving into S support territory. Which is pretty exciting. S supports are going to be a disaster, but you know what? This has already been a train wreck. So, like, I think we're all going to embrace it as it just goes right off the track into the ditch.
I would be excited with you, but I can barely talk.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You did such a good job. That was a lot at the end.
Thanks.
I appreciate you sticking it out. I know, poor Eco.
Looks like
Definitely
I'm
gonna-
down for the weekend.
Wow. I mean, That would be fair.
Like, I got you, totally.
That would be fair. I would totally understand. So yeah, next
I'll
week.
be fine tomorrow.
I hope so. I hope you don't actually have like damage.
Oh, man, I hope you didn't wreck your voice permanently for this stream.
So we'll be back next week with more Fates. But we are streaming all weekend. We are doing a birthday weekend stream. So we're going to be starting normal time tomorrow. And then on Saturday and Sunday, starting at 3 and going until